I've made quite a lot of content covering fast food freakouts where entitled stupid customers have an absolute meltdown and go on a rampage over trivial problems with their order. And they range from like goofy and silly to downright sad and tragic. Like the time a guy shot two Subway workers, killing one of them because they put too much mayonnaise on his sandwich. This evil, smooth-brain idiot actually took someone's life because they went a little heavy on a condiment. Jesus Christ. Mayonnaise may not be an instrument, but it was a death sentence for this worker, unfortunately. It's beyond tragic, and what's even sadder is just how common these kind of responses are in the fast food industry. That is far from the only case of someone losing their life to something super stupid like too much mayonnaise. And I know I've talked about that story in particular before and many others like it, and today I want to talk about another situation that happened a couple days ago, and this one has a whole video for it. And this video is shocking. Like, this is more shocking than the Into a Darman film. It had my eyes wider than the first time I gazed upon a bare breast. It has so much going on over something so little. So I'll quickly give you the lore here, the motivation behind what you're about to see, so you can watch this video in a pure state of bewilderment over the reaction to something so insignificant. A customer goes into a restaurant late a couple nights ago and he orders chicken and waffles as well as fish and coleslaw. He is served and even appreciates the food, he eats it, and then leaves. He comes back 45 minutes later and says he actually wanted chicken wings instead of chicken tenders, and demands that they whip him up a fresh batch of chicken wings in order to satiate his gluttony. Well, the store's 5 minutes to closing, and they say that's not really, on the table here. That's not really in the cards. We're about to close, so we can't do that. The person in charge of the restaurant even offers a refund, which is beyond generous. This guy's a fucking saint. To even be offering a refund, even though he ate what he ordered and then came back to make a big hullabaloo over nothing. So he offers the refund, and then just asks for the card that was used to pay for it, so that way he could, give the money back. However, he noticed that there was a bag with chicken wings in it, but it was another customer's order whom was going to be served those chicken wings. And this fucking sets him off and leads to everything you're about to see in this video. I know the story I just told you is riveting. It's like a fucking Dr. Seuss book, and it actually happened. That is the motivation from everything I've read on the story behind this huge blow up here. Obviously, we're coming into the action after the first quarter here, so they're already in a bit of a scuffle. So we get to see him like lunging over the counter multiple times, grabbing like the payment processing unit, like fucking ripping it off, and then when he's unsuccessful there and falls off the counter, he runs to the door and rips it off the hinges. This man came in here with stupid strength, so he takes the door, rips it off the hinges almost effortlessly, as if he was like ripping a piece of paper. I imagine it had to just be all of the adrenaline because he's not that big of a guy, so he probably tore like half of his muscles in his arms just pulling that off so easily. Or maybe this is just how he powers up, like Popeye with his spinach. This guy, when he doesn't get his chicken wings, he goes into like fucking Superman mode. He becomes like some kind of invincible fucking Hulk.
Shit got real.
Now the restaurant worker is fighting back. He brings out like some kind of police baton, almost. I don't exactly know what it is, but he's got the stick out now, and he's ready to get a little crazy with it. So he chases him out there and starts like whacking him with it like he's swatting a fly. The goofball customer also tries to use that door he ripped off as some kind of weapon, so he tries to like almost swing it like a baseball bat there for a second before realizing it was way too heavy for that, and also the guy hits him with the stick. And then they go to the ground, so we get into the ground and pound phase of the boss fight.
Oh, my stars. He didn't know. Oh, he did not do that. Oh. Oh, that's
The restaurant worker won on the ground game, I believe, and then even gets to claim his prize of the douchebag's phone, so he takes it and smashes it. Much to the dismay of the camera guy, he seemed like personally offended that this fucking asshole's phone got smashed. The way he acts makes it sound like he's stunned that such a dishonorable move was pulled during such an honorable fight. He's like, oh my goodness, now you've crossed a line. Everything up until this point was all good manners and by the book, textbook Knight's Honor Code, and then you go and smash his phone. A despicable display of sportsmanship. Like, what the fuck? The dude deserved to have his phone smashed, bare minimum, at the very least. Like, that was absolutely par for the course. And that's not where this stops. There's no audio here, so I'll just go ahead and tell you what you're looking at. It is the fucking guy crashing his company tow truck into the building and then scooting away. So he zooms on out of there, peels out. Now, of course, I'm no expert here, but using the company car to commit a crime is probably a pretty fucking dumb idea. Not that he was making good decisions before then either, but that has to be one of the most identifiable things you could possibly be driving in order for people to track you down. The fucking company tow truck, of all things. And he blasts it into the side of the building here, and then gets out. He gets the fuck out. What's crazy, though, is that he still hasn't been found. Despite the company tow truck being identified, the actual person, has still, as of right now of me recording this, hasn't been arrested for it or anything. How is that possible? There's a lot of damage to the tow truck itself, and I don't think he owns the business, because if he did, I doubt he'd be using his fucking tow truck as a goddamn missile. Like, whoever owns that business should have probably noticed by now that, wow, this tow truck's pretty fucked up. Well, what happened to it? And then, dots start getting connected, like, holy shit, my employee is that absolute menace that was just on the news for crashing a tow truck into the side of a restaurant. Well, not even the side, into the front door of a restaurant. Like, I don't know how we're at this stage where this guy is still getting away with it 2 days later.
The customer ripped the door off its hinges.
Grabbing the door, trying to come inside the store with the door.
They tussled outside the restaurant before the angry customer ran, but it wasn't over yet.
He jumped in his tow truck, then he slashed the whole building with his truck.
We're living in a day and age where we can get multiple angles of pretty much anything that happens out in the world, so we get a deeper look at what happens outside of the store here, as well as seeing the entire situation with the tow truck going right into the building. We've got, the Instagram angle from just boots on the ground guy who's there in person filming it on his phone, and then we have the security camera footage in order to give us the other side here, so we can catch every little detail, which is fantastic, very cinematic. And I think the coverage here is very important because it does point out exactly what I just said about the company tow truck, but it sheds more light on exactly how he's evading authorities right now, and it's very surprising.
It appears there was a passenger in the truck at the time, and despite the heavy damage to the front end, the angry customer drove away. Now, the truck had a logo on it, a solid lead, right?
The towing truck companies, sometimes they lent their trucks to each other.
So, he says police told him that doesn't identify the driver.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the driver's name on the side of the truck or anything. It's not like he had a flag that he was flying that said, here's who I am, or anything. But if you do a little, investigating, I feel like it should be easy, right? There'd be a paper trail of lending a fucking tow truck to another tow truck company or another person, right? There would absolutely be some kind of documentation on where this tow truck went if it was lent out. At least I would assume. Again, I'm not a fucking expert, but I can't imagine it's that difficult. That is one of the most fucking identifiable things he could have been driving. Like, it really can't be that hard to figure out where this tow truck came from, who lent it, and who did it get lent to. It should be a pretty easy trail to follow, I would guess. But maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking about it too naively. That's very possible as well. But this is just such a fucking wild situation all over chicken wings. Well, and it's not like he didn't get served food either. Like, it's not even that he's hangry, right? It's not even like it's not you when you're hungry type situation. The dude ate a full meal, chicken tenders, waffles, fish, and coleslaw, but then wanted wings instead. So he already had a full tummy, his belly was stuffed, but he just wanted some more, and they were like, hey man, it's about to close, how about no? And that's what set all this shit off. Fucking wildness. And what's even wilder is not too long ago we had another situation where a woman crashed her car into a Popeyes because they were missing the biscuits from her order. So she threw her life away over some missing biscuits. There's no video footage of this one that exists. However, in my head, I picture it like Gears of War 3 when Dom crashes his vehicle into like the explosive shit that destroys some of the locusts. Like she just leans her head back, like as she's about to crash into the restaurant, and she just thinks to herself, this is worth it. The biscuits are worth it. As it all just fucking explodes in front of her here at the fucking Popeyes where she's crashing her car into because of the biscuits being absent. Point is, fast food work is dangerous. All types of unhinged lunatics enter these establishments and go berserk. And this is just another case of that happening, and this one just happened to have video footage around it, so I wanted to talk about it a bit. That's really about it. I'm wishing the best for the restaurant workers as well as just the entire establishment. Hopefully it can get back to 100% soon, and whoever was Yesterday there was a war fought on American soil that I'm sure many of you have seen by now. A one-man army barged into a local smoothie place, assaulted the young workers, got racist, got arrested, and subsequently fired from his very well-paying job. He was one of the top 25 highest-grossing wealth advisors in Connecticut, and he threw all of it away over what was ultimately his fault when it came to a smoothie dispute. This battle was up there with the Battle of Troy, but instead of being fought over a woman, it was fought over a smoothie. To briefly break down the situation before sharing the video, or at least some of the video, I can't share all of it because he gets racist and I'm not going to show that. So just to briefly sum up the lore here, there was a father who had ordered a smoothie from this smoothie place earlier in the day. He mentioned he didn't want any peanut butter in it, so when he got the smoothie, he brought it to his son who has a peanut allergy, and his son had an allergic reaction to the smoothie and ended up in the hospital. Sometime after this, the father then went like full-blown fucking vigilante mode, goddamn trying to emulate John Wick, went back to the smoothie place to demand to speak face-to-face with the person who made the smoothie, but the 4 girls that were working there at the time were not the 4 employees that made that smoothie, so they didn't know who it was. So then the father got very upset, yelling and screaming, treating it like a 2009 Call of Duty Xbox Live lobby, just absolutely shouting, being racist, and tried to kick down the employees only door, I imagine, to try and like beat them up or some shit. Then police got involved, he got arrested, lost his job. The whole thing honestly played out like a fucking Darman video over the last 12 hours. Father gets angry, gets racist, gets fired, lives to regret it. Now, I want to make it clear, I think the father is totally in the right to be mad about the situation, but nothing justifies racism and like trying to assault people that didn't even have anything to do with the situation in the first place or any of that shit. The most important part of this story is the father never specified he didn't want the peanut butter due to allergies. He never specified that it was due to, allergies to peanuts that he wanted the peanut butter excluded. So the workers may have made a mistake of blending it in a blender that had already had a peanut butter smoothie in it at some point. But nothing excuses how the father handled this situation at all. It's terrible what happened to his son, and what the father should have done is handle this legally, professionally. The dude's a fucking wealth advisor, at a very reputable place. He shouldn't be some kind of troglodyte homunculus who thinks the only solution here is to goofily march into the smoothie place, fee-fi-fo-fumming, ready to fight some high school girls. It's absolutely outrageous the way he handled it, and there's no excuse for it. Now, from what I understand, most restaurants do have a policy when someone asks for anything regarding nuts, like leave off, the peanut butter or whatever, the assumption is supposed to be made that it is due to allergies, which is why they have like a special blender at smoothie places from what I was reading. So yes, the smoothie place is at fault, which is why the father should have handled this legally, not as some kind of, agent of chaos or whatever. Let me go ahead and show you the video now.
Please don't yell at us.
Yeah. Don't videotape me.
You have no room to yell at us.
I want to speak to the fucking person who made this drink. Is that you?
No,
well, we don't know who made it, so...
You don't know who made it?
There's 4 of us here, so we obviously don't know.
Fucking stupid, fucking ignorant high school kids.
Okay, bye.
I want to speak to the fucking
Bye.
manager.
Okay, you can call corporate whenever you want. Goodbye.
Gianna, stop. You're on camera.
Fuck
You're
out
on
of
camera.
here,
You're on
you
camera.
fucking bitch.
No, I don't care.
Give it to me right now.
What?
I'm calling the the police. I'm calling the police.
Fuck you! I want the fucking telephone number right now.
Gianna,
I want the telephone number. Shut the fuck up.
You shut up. Get out. You can call corporate whenever you want. Bye.
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, good for you. Fuck out. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, you racist piece of shit.
I want the fucking telephone.
bro, call the police now.
Like I said, I'm not going to keep any of the racist shit he said in here because obviously I don't want to keep that in here. So this is the worst way of handling any situation ever. I talked about it on stream last night, so I'll play some of those clips. But there's nothing that excuses this behavior. I've seen quite a few people almost defend him, saying like how emotional he must have been with his son. And yeah, that's a horrible thing that happened to his kid off of a mistake from the facility here. But this is not the way you go about it. And nothing justifies racism and like attacking people, especially people that had nothing to do with what happened in the first place. And if he was really that emotional about his son, why wasn't he with his son at the hospital at this point? I'm assuming when this was happening, his son was still at the hospital. This probably wasn't like 18 hours later or, you know, the next day or anything. So he sent his son to the hospital and then immediately came over here like it was some kind of a revenge movie or something. It's disgusting. I don't think they like maliciously put peanut butter in his smoothie after he asked not to. It was probably just using a cross-contaminated blender that had peanut butter in it. Just sue. Exactly. He could have handled this legally or anything other than whatever the fuck he thought he was doing here, like Liam Neeson. Fair, but if I was a dad, I'd get just as angry, just without the racism. He absolutely had a right to be angry. I don't think anyone disputes that. But he doesn't have a right to be racist, or go to the place and threaten high school girls. And throw a smoothie at them, call them all kinds of horrible names, and then try and literally break down the door to, I assume, beat them up. Most places, when they hear no peanuts / nuts of any kind, they're supposed to assume allergies due to how common it is. That would make sense. He was the wealth management advisor, and managing director for Merrill Lynch. Yeah, that's what it was. He only worked with clients with $1 million or more. I remember that. I guess you can't control emotions when your son is in the hospital. What? What? I mean, no matter how mad you get, there's never an excuse for racism. Like, what do you mean? It's not like, my son, time to go be racist. Dude looks way older than 48. He doesn't look that much older than 48. Like, it's not like a good 48 he's rocking, but it's also not, like, terrible. You clearly haven't met a 48-year-old in Florida. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this father only worked with clients who had $1 million or more worth of, like, assets in their account or some shit like that. So this guy he was big money. He wasn't making peanuts. This guy was making, like, fucking fat, big old stacks. And he lost that job, like, hours after this video surfaced. Overall, this whole situation was awful. Feel really bad for the kid. Both parties were at fault, but the father was significantly more in the wrong for how he handled this. There is just no excuse for this. A couple days ago, I treated you all like my therapist, where I confided in you that I wasn't feeling overly tough anymore. When I posted that video watching Tough Guys, I told you about my insecurities. I wasn't feeling like a manly man's man, like lumberjack, butt fucking pussy slaying tough guy. And today it just really hit me even harder. That box behind me right there is a bidet attachment for my toilet. No tough guys cleaning their ass, let alone pressure washing it. So I needed to watch another tough guy today to get inspired and remember what it's like to be extremely masculine, and I found a great patient zero for this. This is one of the toughest men I've ever seen at a Walmart.
Don't try to fucking go too far and start something, right? Right? You want to see my back kick right now?
Call the cops.
This guy forgot he's not in college anymore, so his frat can't back him up. So to me, he seems a little bit skittish, but kind of like a scared animal, trying his best not to look weak, but in doing so looks extremely weak. I will say, though, I love his threats. Do you want to see my back kick? Sounds like something SpongeBob would say after taking one lesson of karate. I feel like this dude's stuck in some kind of time vortex where he thinks he's 10 years younger than he actually is in reality, but he definitely strikes me as a fighter, a fucking warrior. I guarantee every time he goes into the bathroom to take a shit, he shadow boxes in the mirror just to practice his combat techniques. He probably just envisions all of these incredible fights in his head where he's the anime protagonist, the hero. So he's working on like these weird techniques, like fucking charging up his punches like Donkey Kong. And then of course his signature back kick.
Let's go!
Call cops?
Yep, call cops right now.
That's what I'm tired of. You guys think, you like black people. You guys think you guys are so fucking strong.
Yeah.
You guys think you're so fucking strong and everything.
Congratulations, you just set a new any % record for the racism speedrun. It only took him like 2 sentences to reveal that he's a racist, so that was pretty impressive. Look at this technique though, I mean look at that stance, what is that? Is that crouching tiger hidden douchebag? I take back what I said, he doesn't look weak. If I was to choose one word to describe this man, it would be diesel. He's looking strong and fierce. He's taken 2 Rumble boxing aerobics courses at his local gym, and he's feeling like a champion.
Right, come on, make a move, dude, come on.
Sir, I'm
come on.
asking you, it's time to go.
Come on.
Time to go, sir.
What?
Excuse me.
What?
Hey, excuse me. Hey,
Get this guy out of here.
time to go.
You've been drinking. You need to go.
Police.
His speed is inhuman. If you blinked, you would have missed over 1,000 blows. I think the human eye can only register like half of the moves he actually did there, but I slowed down the footage in order to see every move. When he did this, into this, there was actually over 15 individual punches thrown. It was like out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And admittedly, that kick was a lot higher than I thought it would ever be, coming from a guy that looks like this. I'm sure it came at a high price. That's definitely the highest he's kicked since he was a kid. And he's definitely paying the price. I'm sure he pulled a muscle there and he won't be able to walk in the morning, but god damn it did he look strong doing it. It was worth it in the end. After seeing this, I have no doubt that this man is an absolute weapon. I guarantee his Bible study peers are afraid of him, just in case they get on his bad side, because he might unleash an unholy beatdown and absolutely clobber ass. These techniques are forbidden jutsu, and he's mastered each and every one of them.
Black people?
The Walmart line.
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap just came out. I was trying to get Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap. Yeah, that's what we're here for too.
Yeah, just in case you were curious what started all of this, apparently that guy was just being an asshole over a copy of Pokemon Snap, and then decided to start threatening back kicks and shit like that. Crazy. Yeah, but huge thanks to the Walmart staff for intervening there. If left unchecked, that man's power could have gone out of control and just been devastating, like an apocalypse-level event. That's probably the Armageddon that was written about in the Bible, is just when that guy's temper flares up. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't an asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. It was this guy just getting angry about Pokemon Snap not being available. So, I mean, Jesus Christ. There was a close call, but Walmart staff really saved the day there. And now that guy's gonna go home, butt chug his Budweiser, and just think about how strong he was. Because this guy... I'm absolutely terrified of flying. I haven't been on an airplane since 2016. I have a genuine phobia of flying. However, if I was guaranteed a show like you're about to see, blessed with a fucking public meltdown of this caliber every time I'd get on a plane, I would be the first one in line at the TSA to get fingers up my butthole so I could get a great spot on the plane and watch this shit happen. This is glorious. So you're about to see a frat boy lose his mind after going 2 beers deep. He just gets a little sloppy.
Let's go.
You guys fucking suck! My parents are worth the fucking $2 million goddamn dollars. And you know what? You fucking suck!
Meet Maxwell. I think that name fits him perfectly. It's like straight out of South Park. If they had a douchey character that bragged about their parents' wealth, they just slap on the name Maxwell because it fits. He's just the quintessential failed son who only lives off mommy and daddy's money, just constantly suckling on their teats for the rest of his life, living in their shadow. If I was watching this video muted, I would assume he was bragging about his parents' wealth. The kind of guy that's like, hey, fight me, but if you do, my dad's gonna sue you. And he also works for Bungie, so he'll get banned on Xbox Live too, nerd.
Yeah! Yeah! You know what? My grandpa is recording this fucking place. My fucking attorney. Shut the fuck up!
To catch you up to speed on the lore here, Maxwell has ordered 2 drinks. He's gone where no man has gone before. He's 2 brewskis deep in here and he's feeling it. He's fucked up. Also, he apparently had a little bit of an accident. He spilt on his shirt and mommy forgot to put the bib on him, so he had to go to the bathroom to change, came out shirtless, and one of the flight attendants offered to help get a shirt from his carry-on. After Maxwell was helped get into his new dinosaur t-shirt, Maxwell said thank you in the only way he knows how. With sexual assault. He allegedly groped her chest, and not just the one flight attendant, but another one as well. So in Maxwell's fucking caveman brain, he thought honking titties was the optimal way of giving his thanks. So it sounds like Maxwell may be entering the no-fly list, but might have a future at Activision Blizzard. The conclusion to this video is one of the best I've ever seen, actually duct taped to the chair, like a mummy getting fucking mummified and thrown into a sarcophagus. Absolutely spectacular. I couldn't be happier with the way they handled this, to be honest. I don't know if this is by the book, like standard protocol, but if it isn't, it should be. How to handle a reckless, dangerous passenger, just tape them down. That sounds remarkable. So, this is where the video ends, but it's not where the story stops. Here's a bit of the story here, the cliff notes, as well as a beautiful mugshot of Maxwell in all of his glory, with one of the most punchable faces I've seen in quite some time. This isn't some small thing. It's not like he's only going to be banned from this particular airline, which was Frontier in this case. From what I was reading, assaulting flight staff can carry up to 20 years in jail, or like a $250,000 fine, which to Maxwell and his extremely wealthy family might be nothing but pennies in the bucket, you know. Maxwell's an extremely successful leech. I'm sure Daddy and the 5 cars he sold at his dealership can probably get him out of that fine, but 20 years in jail, well, that's nothing to scoff at. This just happened. This is some fresh, stinky news right now, so they're still investigating. All of the involved party members from the flight side of things are being interviewed, as well as getting everyone's statements, so don't know exactly how this is going to all wrap up in this anime, though I do imagine none of it's going to be a good outcome for Maxwell. This just goes to show you, if you're one of those fucking douchebags who brags about his parents' wealth, you are destined for a life of utter failure. You will end up like Maxwell, 2 beers deep and ruining your life over nothing. I also don't have anything against Maxwell's parents, because if they truly are as wealthy as Maxwell thinks they are, where they could just like own all of Frontier Airlines, they're certainly not sharing any of that wealth with Maxwell. He's flying coach on the cheapest airline in the entire US. I'm pretty sure Frontier has the cheapest tickets available, and he's flying coach there. So if his family truly is that wealthy, they're not helping him out that much, and I respect that. I think that's great. So yeah, pretty wild story. I always love to see a douchebag get taped to a fucking chair in a plane, I guess. That's pretty incredible stuff. It's like that scene out of Casino Royale when James Bond starts getting his nutsack blasted on after he's taped to a chair. I remember when I was a kid in middle school, there was a guy that tried to sell me cigarettes once. It wasn't like an adult or anything. It wasn't a creepy uncle situation. It was just a fellow classmate. And he like pulled me aside. He's like, "Charlie, you want to see something fucking epic? You ever heard of cigarettes?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard of those goofy little things before. Why?" So he like opened up his backpack and showed me. He made it seem like he was showing me like a real life fucking Pokemon or something, like a dinosaur egg. And I just never really forgot that. That story doesn't really have anything in common with what we're talking about today, other than I now feel like that kid's selling cigarettes, but instead of selling cigarettes, now I'm just showing you something fucking epic with a grown-ass man melting down and throwing a temper tantrum after being told he has to move 1 seat to his left in a movie theater.
Seats in this theater.
So let's
Why do you have to have mine?
It's not your
Go
seat.
away.
That's not gonna
I pay my money. I have a right to it.
Sit in your seat, correct?
Yes,
that's
my
not,
seat.
That's not your seat.
How can you tell it's not my seat?
Because your ticket has your seat number on it.
Absolutely bent him over and blasted his ass with facts and logic. Put his ass into a checkmate, the scholar's mate, by dropping the mic after revealing that his ticket has his assigned seat on it, as pretty much every movie theater does these days. And so, to bring you up to speed, this gentleman was asked to just move to his seat that is on his ticket, and that's when all hell broke loose. That's when the demon came out.
Whatever.
Let's find it.
Whatever.
This can easily
do
be
your own
resolved
policy.
in
No,
your
no, I'm gonna be
argument.
an asshole because you're being an asshole.
I am not.
I'm a patron here.
Okay, and I'm trying to find
And this
your
will be
seat.
the last time that I come to this imagined theater.
My man just dropped a theater on him. That's some straight out of SpongeBob fire. Again, this could all be solved super easily if he just moved to the seat right next to him. But he just will not budge. This is what happens when an unstoppable object meets an immovable sack of rejection and failure.
All right,
great.
I paid
That
my
sounds
money.
great.
Does anybody
please
here
don't come
think
back.
that
Please
this
don't
is
come back.
actually a thing where it's like, it doesn't matter where you sit. It's not assigned seating.
It is.
Go sit in your own seat.
Thank you.
So now we get a look at our protagonist here. It's Hulk Hogan. Hulkmania is running wild here, brother. I'll tell you what. And the camera angle is very cinematic here. I feel like a child hiding inside of my parents' closet. Now they've just busted in and started making out with each other, and I'm really uncomfortable. You also gotta love that the crowd work didn't exactly pan out. Wait, guys, what's the deal with assigned seating? Does anyone else believe in this shit? This shit's more made up than round earth theory, am I right? Like, come on, what's going on with that shit? And some guy's like, bro, just go to your seat. He's like, oh, bah humbug, whatever. It's just this phenomenon that I always find amazing, when someone is so confidently wrong and lost in their own delusion, just huffing too many of their own farts that they just really think that they're right, and put themselves out there to get validation and never find it. It's like those people that are melting down in a public store or at a retail worker, and they film themselves melting down and insulting the retail worker, thinking that they're in the right and it looks good on them. But every single time, it just gets them attacked by everyone, or they get like fired from their job for it because they themselves posted their worst moment thinking that they were in the right.
Oh, thank you.
Please, sir, let's find your seat and we can start the
No,
meeting.
I'm not going to.
Then I'm going to ask you to leave.
You did, like 4 or 5 times. And that's why now we have a disturbance. Because some other people can't just be like, you know what? I could sit right here.
Sir, we're not doing this
One
anymore.
seat off.
We're not doing
One
this
seat
here.
off.
I gotta say, man, the employee here has the patience of an actual Zen master. I don't know how someone can be dealing with fucking drunk Yosemite Sam over here like this with such a level head. He's just sitting there being as respectful as possible given the circumstance. So that guy needs a raise. ASAP.
So if I were to move over one seat, everything would be okay.
Sir,
Is that what you're saying?
you're disrupting.
Is that what you're saying?
Listen.
Does that mean?
Are you gonna listen?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Be my pest.
Okay. At this point, you are disrupting the show for these fine folks. We're gonna ask you to leave. We'll get you a refund, though. I'll be nice and get you a refund.
I don't know. I might want to be taken out in handcuffs now.
Sir, come on.
I say call his bluff. This is not a guy who's accustomed to confrontation or fighting. When you see him stand up, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is a guy whose only argument has probably ever come from playing Dungeons and Dragons online, or maybe like a rule dispute in Magic the Gathering. There is no chance that this guy would be okay in the face of like actual confrontation. He's just taking advantage of some very respectful and nice workers and being an insufferable asshole. Now, it does sound like he's been drinking, but that's no excuse for this behavior whatsoever. It's such a small, trivial thing to just move one seat over. I imagine the reason they even checked his ticket and then found out he was in the wrong seat is because someone was trying to sit in their assigned seat, but this fucking vigilante swamp-ass monster couldn't help but try and like fight for his right to be a nuisance. It's so frustrating that people will cause such a massive scene over something so small. Just move one seat over. It's just not that hard.
I paid my money. I don't understand why it is. If I sit over here, one seat, it's okay, and everything is right with the world. But if not, the world stops and everybody gets upset.
Sir, let's go. I'll be nice and I'll get you a refund.
I want more than just a refund.
Okay.
Can I get a drink?
We'll take care of you in the lobby.
One more drink's gonna have this man in the fetal position crying and asking for his mom to pop a tit for him to suckle. It's not a good idea. He's definitely hit the sauce a little too hard today, though he does strike me as just an already angry person to begin with if he's willing to go this hard on something this insignificant. So hopefully he didn't get a drink, and hopefully he didn't get a refund. He was not entitled to a refund. He literally just donated to this theater to not even see a movie. He went in here confrontational and basically kicked himself out. He does not need a refund. That is being way too nice to this guy. These two workers deserve a raise for having to deal with someone like this. Just an actual public nuisance.
Fine. And then I won't come back.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make sure everybody knows about this shit.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I'm capitulating because I don't want to watch the movie now. You ruined it for me. Because of your silly ass rules.
Okay. I apologize about that.
Take a look at that drip, god damn! Looking suave. Man out here with the red on red, dressed like an actual zit. Or maybe the saturation's a little up and maybe it's orange on orange and he's cosplaying as a traffic cone with a wig. I'm really not sure, but he's looking real good here. Man's looking like Doc Brown going through a phase after Back to the Future 3.
I still think I'm being the bigger person here.
Okay. I think you dropped your phone.
Yeah. Should we clap? At least I didn't pay $900 for it. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your movie.
The most predictable twist in cinema history. This guy owns a trench coat and unironically wears it in public. I actually thought when he first picked it up it was a trash bag or like a tarp or something, and then it turned out to be a trench coat and I just thought, yep, that makes sense. That tracks. That sounds about par for the course. He probably also had like a katana stored in the trunk of his car just in case he happened to get jumped by 6 samurais on the way out of the parking lot or something. Just really sad shit. Just a public nuisance for no fucking reason. Could have just moved one seat over and saved everyone the trouble and himself the embarrassment. I think this is just a lesson to everyone to not make a big deal out of such simple and small things. Even like, let's say in some fantasy world he was right. You know, he was actually in the right seat and the movie theater was wrong. None of them couldn't read. They were all illiterate. Even still, it's such a simple ask. They're asking me to move one seat over. I might be right, but why am I going to fight them? It's their facility. I'll just move over so that way I'm not intruding on everyone else's time. It's just not hard to just do something simple for the sake of everyone else's enjoyment and ease of existence. Like, it's just, I don't know, that shit just drives me up a fucking wall.
Call the fucking police right now. I know you saw it. She need me in the stomach.
Good. We're gonna contact them.
Thank you.
You need to.
I've always wondered what the real Burger King looks like, and now I finally know. He just looks like a normal crackhead we get here in Florida. Burger King, of course, has their own mascot, but this is the actual real-world king of burgers. Their mascot has his own video games like Sneak King and all that shit, but this is the real genius, the man behind the curtain, the Burger King. And he's out here on a plane ride not having any fun. So he sounds like Gilbert Gottfried with a sinus infection, and he keeps whining about how a lady kneed him in the stomach, and this wasn't like some unprovoked act of violence against him or anything like that. It's not like they had sent an assassin on this plane flight to take out the Burger King. The reason he got kneed in the stomach is because he's a racist asshole, which you'll soon see.
This is my seat.
Can you stand up?
Where is 25A? Where is 25A? Why did she just knee me in the stomach?
Because you deserve it.
Yes, she did.
This is the face of an angry Boy Scout whose chicken fries were cold. I love that he's wearing this Burger King crown. I can't get enough of that shit. I don't even know how the fuck he would have gotten this. Like, maybe he stole it out of a dumpster or something. Like, some child had a birthday party at Burger King. God rest their soul, that'd be miserable. And then they just, like, threw out the crown and this guy just went through the dumpster to get it. Or maybe he truly earned it. right? Like maybe they were celebrating. He was the first person that day to finish a Burger King meal without puking, so they gave him this crown as like a nice little souvenir, a token of their appreciation.
Because you deserve it. You get that on camera. You deserve it. You deserve it. Excuse me, I'm part West African. You deserve I can say anytime I want.
For obvious reasons, I'm going to be muting the N-word here. You can start to see why the passengers were pretty upset with this asshole. I have to imagine that this may even be like a McDonald's viral marketing campaign, like the person filming is Ronald McDonald or like the Hamburglar, and they're just like filming it like, holy shit, this is gonna be huge for us.
That's guys! You need me in the stomach! I want to press charges! Nobody! Take your shit and get the fuck out of my seat!
I don't know why he keeps saying that he wants to press charges. Like, what the fuck do you want the staff on the plane to do about it? All of a sudden provide you with a lawyer? Like, here, okay, you want to press charges? Tell it to this guy. We'll wait before we take off. I just don't know what he expects to happen. Like, another passenger raises his hand. I am an attorney, and I will represent this lunatic in this case. I only require one Whopper as payment.
Kick that nigger bitch off the plane!
Sir, please you need to stop. There are children. Please stop. Stop. Hey, that's not necessary.
Take your stuff and get out of my seat, please!
Yeah, so he just keeps screaming and shouting and screaming the N-word, making it sound like a 2009 Call of Duty Xbox Live lobby. Just truly awful, and tons of chaos from this one guy going wild. And Burger King has some of the worst marketing of all time. Like, genuinely, their marketing campaigns are some of the most garbage. Do you remember for National Women's Day when they posted a tweet saying women belong in the kitchen, which was supposed to be outrage bait, where you click their tweet and then you read their next one that says that they're actually offering programs to women? Like, just stupid shit like that. They can't do anything right when it comes to marketing, so I truthfully wouldn't be surprised to learn that this whole thing was supposed to be a marketing stunt from Burger King gone wrong. Maybe it's supposed to end like that Pepsi ad with Kylie Jenner and the Pepsi saving the world. This one ends with this guy taking a bite of a Whopper and it cures racism. He's no longer racist, and everyone on the plane is super happy as Whoppers and chicken fries fall from like the emergency compartments and everyone chows down.
Take care of it, but I need you to stop yelling.
She need me in the stomach! Why are you in my face?
I'm asking you to stop
Have I
yelling.
committed any type of violence since I've been on the plane?
You're
No!
yelling and
So
you're causing
what?
a scene. Yes, sir. That's
She need me in the
disrespectful.
stomach!
I don't care what she did. You're being
Thank you!
disrespectful.
Somebody get
Shut
this
the
on
fuck
camera!
up for 2 seconds.
I want a lawsuit! I want a fucking lawsuit right now, motherfucker! Give me a
He wants a lawsuit, god damn it, and jumping Jehoshaphat, he's gonna get one. He just keeps saying that he wants a lawsuit, as if somehow that's supposed to happen like right now, that because he called for it, a lawsuit has to now be put into motion, a judge has to come out of like the cockpit, and a trial has to go underway because this guy has now declared his intent of filing a lawsuit. I just like that he proclaims that multiple times as if it's some kind of like ancient rule that we have to follow. Like back in the day, if you call for a duel, you have to engage in that duel or else your honor is fucked. Him calling for a lawsuit means that right now a trial is about to break out on the plane. So we get a camera angle change here. You can see someone really go in there and deliver the fucking meat to him, trying this like get him with like this flying punch. So someone comes in with a special delivery of a double Whopper with extra cheese on the guy and knocks off his crown before they're separated, and they're trying their best to settle down the situation, waiting for the cops to arrive, which they eventually do, and they arrest the guy.
Yeah! Get out of here!
So yeah, this was a pretty wild Burger King related plane freakout. This is a little over a year old now, I believe. So I'm a little tardy to the party on this one. I didn't even hear about this, which is shocking because this is like a pretty wild freakout. And I've usually got my finger on the pulse of this kind of shit. But there's a viral video going around on the internet right now that really struck a chord within me, deep within my soul. A video that is about a short man getting very angry and he becomes a massive douchebag asshole. I'm sure most of you have seen this, but from the perspective of a short man, we're a rare breed, so I figured you'd want the unique perspective of a man who's below average male height. I'm 5'6". And one thing I'd like to say about this video before I play it for the few of you that haven't seen it, is this video is so embarrassing on this guy's part that it made me feel tall. Watching this video made me forget that I was short, and I was just laughing at this guy like, this fucking loser must suck being short. And it didn't occur to me until I went to take a shit and I looked at myself in the mirror that I was like, God damn, wait, I'm short too.
You're great women, why is that okay? Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites.
So you're looking at the protagonist for this new sitcom called 2.5 Hobbits. He's very upset that he's short, and allegedly, according to the girl who posted this video, this took place at a bagel shop, and he was just being misogynistic asshole to all the women, and that's when they started filming it, and he immediately starts talking about dating sites where girls make fun of him, which leads me to believe that he had just got rejected on Tinder, and Bumble, and Match, and Christian Mingle, and his favorite Twitch streamer rejected his application to be a mod, so I'm guessing just all around was a bad day, and he took it all out on women at this shop.
You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not standing, pal.
This is the highest level short man rage I've ever seen documented. This is the kind of shit you only read about on Reddit. I actually couldn't even believe that this was filmed. It's like filming Sasquatch. This is such a high level of short man rage. It's like DEFCON 3 of short man rage. It's unreal. Just looking for a fight, constantly on edge, looking to be disruptive. I wouldn't be surprised if before he even got into the bagel shop, he started sizing up a 7th grader, thinking to himself, yeah, I can take him. He may be a little taller than me, but I can definitely beat his ass. That'll impress the girls around here. But by far my favorite thing about the entire clip is the little chest bump on the guy ready to rumble. He chest bumps the dude's nutsack. This guy is so short, and the guy he's trying to tussle with is so much taller than him that when he does the little chest bump to be intimidating, his tits are rubbing the man's penis. His nipples are handshaking his scrotum.
You shut up too. Just like, no, go ahead and attack me, Jake.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just wanted bagels. I recorded the whole thing.
The classic, what are you gonna do, stab me? Says the man who got stabbed. Hey, go ahead and attack me, as he gets fucking tackled by a dude 5 times his size, a fucking college linebacker out of nowhere. I imagine he immediately regretted that decision to try and act that tough around that guy. And the video goes on, but this is the one that's viral, but there is a follow-up to it that shows what happens after he got taken down.
Oh, and a guy 3 times my size. That's okay?
Get your food and
What happened? What I'm sorry?
Get your food and eat it.
You know what? Fuck your fucking breath.
There's no need to laugh.
You think that's fine? That's funny. Now I'm going to take my breakfast. You think that's funny? All you women.
What a fucking roller coaster he took us on there. First he says, fuck that bread, wants nothing to do with it, he's above that bread, an alpha male doesn't need that bread. But then Alvin and the Chipmunks start laughing at him, fucking Looney Tunes style laugh comes in, and he changes his mind immediately. You know what? Fuck you, give me that bread, bang. Snatches it up. I wish he had scarfed it down for a power move, or since he wants to really puff his chest out and be an alpha, I'm surprised he didn't drop trow and start peeing on the bread just to show his dominance over the bread. But he kind of pussies out, picks up his bread, and then goes back to just being a really huge asshole and insulting people.
All you women say shit like shit. All of you. All of you. Yeah, all of you.
You want to go.
No, you women need to stop being so fucked up.
He then went home to make a blog post about why nice guys like him don't get the good-looking girls in society, and it's a shame. He is a nice guy, as you can clearly tell, well-adjusted. He seems to have a good head on his very small shoulders, but I think it's really sad the lack of self-control and most likely self-awareness. I guarantee he went home thinking he did nothing wrong and that society was just beating down the short guy again. Now, he says he's 5 feet in the video. I don't know if that was an exaggeration or if he's under 5 feet or above 5 feet and he was just exaggerating on either spectrum. Doesn't really matter. You know, there's nothing you can really do about your height. You can either be an insecure little bitch like this guy and take it out on the world, you know, shaking your fist at the clouds because you're upset that you're so goddamn short and it's unfair, or you can just live with it, fucking deal with it, and don't be such a little pussy. Have fun with it. Make jokes about it, but why act out like this at a fucking bagel shop? No one wants to be around a guy like this. But I mean, yeah, I don't really have a very super unique perspective on it. To be honest, I just kind of wanted to make jokes about this. But it really is sad that my fellow short brethren act out like this, and that's why a lot of people expect short man rage occasionally, you know? There's no reason to be this insecure. In life, there's always going to be that level of self-doubt and insecurity that someone will experience at one point or another. It's just part of the human condition, where you ask yourself, am I good enough? Maybe I'm just a fucking loser. And yeah, maybe you are a fucking loser. But today I'm going to show you a man that has reinvented what it means to be pathetic. This guy has achieved a level of loser that science didn't even think possible. So rest assured, no matter how terrible you think you are, you will never even be in the same dimension as this homunculus I'm about to show you. The only man to master all 4 elements of douchebag. Perpetually striking a goofy power stance that he saw on WikiHow when he googled how to look intimidating, berating and assaulting food service workers, threatening lawsuits and jail, and of course, the most powerful element of being a douchebag, a pair of sunglasses. A douchebag without sunglasses is like cereal without milk. And only this man here was chosen to master all 4 of these elements, the avatar of douchebag.
In fucking jail for robbery and stealing stuff. So she needs to get the fuck out of here before I get her put in jail for the rest of her life. Sir, you are on camera right now?
There's just so much that happens in this short, less than 20-second video here. Somehow this man was able to speedrun, making everyone hate him. Like, he set an 80% record for the shortest amount of time it takes for everybody to hate you. So Johnny Bravo with an eating disorder here storms into Burger King, and we don't have the crucial lore that built up to this point. We're missing the context on exactly what's happening, which is unfortunately opened the fucking septic tank for these shitty journalists to just make things up. Biggest culprit is Daily Mail, which is just a giant piece of shit in the first place. They took this story and wiped their filthy ass with it. They said the reason for this meltdown was because the chicken nuggets were too spicy. And yeah, while I have no doubt this guy is a giant pussy who would start crying if some mild salsa accidentally dripped on his tortilla chips, this meltdown wasn't over chicken nuggets being too spicy. So the whole story, the background they built up here, the fan fiction they wrote around this guy, the mythos, is just entirely wrong. It did happen at a Burger King, that much is correct. This embarrassing meltdown is on the grand stage of meltdowns, Burger King. So it's like the fucking Broadway of meltdowns. Burger King and McDonald's, those are the 2 best out there for that. But it didn't happen because of spiciness. It happened, and I don't even know why they bothered changing this, because the real story is just as good as their clickbait garbage headline. The reason it happened is because he didn't get as many chicken nuggets as he was used to getting from Burger King. So this guy is a seasoned veteran of chicken nugget hoarding from Burger King, and one of the workers there must have hid one of those sacred chicken nuggets from him, and he counts each and every one of them. He came in there fucking primed and ready. He fucking stormed the gates and was giving her an earful.
In fucking jail for robbery and stealing stuff. So she needs to get the fuck out of here before I get her put in jail for the rest of her life. Sir, you are on camera right now?
I understand chicken nuggets can be serious business, but this man really elevated that shit. He treated it like some kind of holy artifact. This is why the opening monologue says, can't fucking count except for robbery and stealing stuff. He's accusing her of stealing his chicken nuggets, and it's a robbery, which is why he then says, I'm gonna throw her in jail for the rest of her life if she doesn't get out of here. I cannot even imagine what he was thinking at this point, as if that's like a real charge you could bring up, some kind of felony, shorting someone 1 chicken nugget. Like, what did he expect? Like, some kind of high crime here where it'd go to court and he'd be like, Your Honor, no, you're not understanding. I was missing a chicken nugget that I, as an American red-blooded patriot, paid for. The jury gasps, missing nugget, and the judge swings the gavel. 100 years in prison for the Burger King worker, and then everyone claps. Like, this guy treats this fucking thing like some kind of Tumblr fan fiction in his head, I imagine. It's such a dumb goddamn idea. And then when he's told he's on camera, he makes the worst possible decision you can make when you're told you're on camera. He fucking slaps the worker, which is an actual crime. He just assaults the man, who was nothing but kind to him. He was honestly looking out for him like, bro, stop melting down, you're really embarrassing yourself. And then he just doubles down on this shit and slaps him for no fucking reason. And it was a bitch-ass slap, too. I'm something of a connoisseur when it comes to slapping after all the slapping tournaments I've watched. I've seen professional slapping. This was some garbage shit. This is a slap that would be delivered behind a dumpster during a drug deal gone wrong between two people that are just now learning about drugs. This was not a slap from a veteran, and it was pathetic. Unfortunately, the worker had glasses on, so it made the slap look more impactful than it was by having the glasses kind of like jiggle off. But it wasn't a very good textbook form slap. Really, this whole thing was just a whole bunch of fucking garbage, and I think unanimously we can all agree that this guy here is probably the biggest douchebag of 2020, and it's going to be hard to beat. I really thought this could be motivational for somebody that's maybe going through a hard time right now or struggling with their self-image. You will never be as bad as this guy unless you actively go out of your way to try and be a bigger loser than this guy. So just take that, realize that, look, I'm not the worst out there, look at this guy, and then that should help you. You may not have been able to realize it, but over the last couple months I've actually had a vitamin deficiency. I've had dangerously low levels of vitamin T in my diet. Vitamin tough guy, and it's fucking time to take a handful of nails and shove them in my asshole as I look at a real man doing real manly shit in Walgreens. I've always enjoyed watching these tough guys in the wild just to try and learn from an alpha male. So let's get in here and see what a real modern tough guy looks like.
Okay. How's that? How's that? How's that? Fuck you where you breathe. Okay?
Why are you coming
Don't tell me what the fuck to do. How's that, pal?
I didn't tell you what to do.
You did. You said don't talk to people who you don't know. I'll talk to whoever the fuck I want to know.
Never mind.
How's that, pal?
Never mind. I did tell him not to talk to you.
That's right. So use your fucking head if you know how.
Speaking of using your head, this guy's head looks like it was used to model the thwomps in Super Mario 64. This guy's entire head is like an actual face filter for a TikTok meme video. It's wild. But anyway, you have to respect how he keeps calling him pal, keeping everything civil. I was hoping for a classic I'm not your pal friend, but unfortunately we weren't lucky enough for that kind of Oblivion NPC dialogue exchange, but it's still pretty cool. I don't know why pal is tough to this guy. He just keeps saying pal a lot as if it's intimidating. Like every time he says pal, the guy with the camera starts trembling like, oh, like getting smaller, like, oh fuck, he said pal, oh fuck. Yeah, it's weird. Pal and buddy, for some reason, are like choice words used by middle-aged alcoholic fathers with an attitude like this. And I don't really get why. Those are like the two least intimidating words you can start throwing at someone.
Understood.
Okay, you little pimply little shit.
Hey, you guys. If you guys could not do this in the store.
That sounds good to me.
So then leave.
I'm checking out, sir.
Yeah,
check out.
Go ahead, ring out. If you could take
okay?
6
You're not
feet.
that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you?
Absolutely.
You're gonna get arrested for this?
Arrested for doing what? Just like a pimple on the left. Somebody says something and you don't like it.
Sir.
And you don't like it, right? Is that what it is? You little pimp.
There's a lot to unpack here. This is like a fusion of Neil Breen meets David Hasselhoff when he was crawling on the floor for hamburgers. So you can see he's starting to hone in on like personal insults at the guy's appearance by bringing up pimples for some reason. In a moment you'll see the guy doesn't even have pimples, so I don't know where that was coming from. Maybe this guy's living in some kind of delusional fantasy where he's seeing himself as a high schooler and he's like picking apart his own insecurities or something. I don't really know. The angrier this man was getting, the further his IQ was dropping. He said, just like the pimple on the left. And I thought there was going to be something to follow that up, like logically, you know, like make like a tree and leave or some dumb shit like that. That's what I was expecting, but all he said is, just like the pimple on the left, you say something you don't like. Like, what are you talking? Pimples don't talk. Like, you know, there's not something a pimple doesn't like to hear. It doesn't have ears, you fucking idiot. That doesn't make any sense. So what do you mean, just like the pimple on the left? That sounds like some kind of Amanda Bynes skit from the 90s. The pimple on the left. What is? I don't know what he was really talking about, but I like his chutzpah. I like where his heart was at. It's pretty fucking impressive. And then he, of course, really stuck it to him, showed him who was boss when he said, "You little pimp." You know, I don't know if that's an insult or if this man's just starting to get a little horny. So, you know, he's starting to get a little semi-chum. He's like, "You little dirty pimp." Oh, yeah. What am I? You're a little naughty, misbehaving Walgreens customer? Yeah, what are you going to do to me, huh? What are you going to do to me?
Can you hold the camera while I check?
I'll leave the store,
I'm
okay?
listening to you.
Fuck you where you breathe, pal. Right where you breathe. Go vote for fucking Biden and suck right here.
Have a good day, sir.
Nothing says tough guy quite like tugging on your own meat in public as you retreat from a Walgreens. Mission accomplished, I would say. Not only did he not get to get whatever he needed at Walgreens, he also just left completely defeated and utterly embarrassed, because now it's all online. Not that this guy uses the internet for anything more than like flat earth conspiracies on Facebook or something, but unfortunately, that's the last time we see our favorite little tough goblin. He retreats from the Walgreens and he goes back to his broken home that he's created due to his inability to control his alcohol and his temper. And I don't know anything about the background of this video or what led up to it, but I would bet a decent chunk of money that this happened in Florida. I just get a really strong Florida sense from this video. I can almost smell the classic soothing aroma of Florida bath salts. But yeah, anyway, it'd been too long since... A few years ago, we were blessed with one of the finest public meltdowns this world has ever seen. The Bagel Boss guy. This was an incident that occurred at a bagel shop where a guy who was on the shorter side of things absolutely went ballistic and lost his mind, all because he felt like he was being insulted for his height. So he got really aggressive, trying to fight everyone like a small chihuahua lashing out at the bigger dog, turned it into a huge spectacle, yelling and screaming. I'm sure in his head he imagined himself like Kratos from God of War with all of this anger, but in reality he just came across like a squeaky toy. It was so beautifully silly, and today I think we may have found his spiritual successor. There was a man who melted down in a McDonald's about his height.
I'm right here. You wanna show these people what a fucking big man you are? Picking on a fucking little man? Come on! Come on! Come on!
What's wild to me is he actually looks like the Bagel Boss. They could be brothers. So they have the same build, the same face, and the same attitude, and the same effect on women. Her face really tells the whole story on how uncomfortable it is to be around something like this. I love watching videos on these kind of outrageous freakouts for no reason, but I think if I was there in person, I would just feel so slimy and yucky. It'd be so fucking miserable to be around it.
Come on, motherfucker! Bring it on, motherfucker! Bring it on, motherfucker! Yeah! Come on! Hey! Bring it on, motherfucker! Hey! Bring it on, motherfucker! You bring it on! God damn it! You bring it on, fucking later!
There is a lot to unpack in that 10-second clip right there. So let's get to the post-fight analysis here and break it down. So after getting into this man's face and yelling point blank at him like it was a Call of Duty lobby on Xbox Live, the guy finally has enough and he starts yelling back, which I think is adorable. That's like something you do to handle a bear. Like if you're trapped and a bear's coming at you and it's hungry and salivating, you just make yourself look big and get real loud. So this guy just yells back at him and then throws him against the wall. And the smaller gentleman here, his brain malfunctions, I guess, so he takes his soda, he throws it on himself, fucking waterboards himself with the Coke, and then throws it on the ground, only to slip on it. So this man just Macaulay Culkin booby-trapped himself, so he slips like it's a banana peel out of Mario Kart, hits the ground really hard, and struggles to get up briefly, and then the fight gets broken up, unfortunately. If you can even call this a fight. This is just such a sad Looney Tunes level event, what happened here. Nothing went right for the instigator here, the smaller guy who's for some reason really upset.
Bring your ass out! I'll fucking lay your ass out! You hear me? You hear me? I will lay your ass down!
I want to see this altercation from this guy's perspective because he's doing a much better job than the current cameraman. This guy's in like a squatted position getting a really cinematic angle here. He absolutely has some directing experience. So I'd really like to see the video from his phone because the cameraman that we're following right now is terrible. He is missing all of the action. Our cameraman is looking everywhere but where he should be. It's so frustrating.
I will lay your ass out! Do you hear me?
Unfortunately, this is all we get here because I guess the cameraman was too fucking drunk to just focus on one thing. I don't know what he was doing. Just constantly turning around like clothes in a washing machine. The second the action started, he just blanked out and just got everything that wasn't important. Filming the wall, filming people behind him, looking at the ground, never once getting them in frame again. It's so frustrating. I would really like the other angles here, but I haven't been able to find them yet. It's unfortunate we don't get to see the conclusion, but at least we get to hear some of it. The smaller guy keeps saying, "I'm gonna lay your ass out," which I think is a hollow threat. I think the time for intimidation is long past since you just took yourself out. So, it's kind of hard to make people afraid of you after that when it comes to fighting. I think he should have just cut his losses, and once they were broken up, maybe just give him, like, a cool one-liner on the way out, like, "You're lucky this guy stopped me, or else you'd be in the hospital from me beating your ass mercilessly," and then just leave. But if you keep saying "I'm gonna lay your ass out" after you actually just ate shit on your own accord, it's just kind of more embarrassing, I would say. Like, this guy really owes a huge debt to the worker that separated the two of them, because without him, I think this could have gone a lot worse. It could have been significantly more painful for him because he bit off a lot more than he could chew here. I'd also like this video to serve as a PSA. If you're going to film a public freakout, film the fucking freakout, not everything around it. I don't know if he was trying to be like sneaky with his phone so no one knew he was recording or something, so he just didn't know where he was aiming, or what went wrong here, but this is just such horrible camera work and it's insulting. I'm almost more mad at the camera guy than that smaller guy was with the customer in line. Like, it makes me so upset. I'm getting furious. I'm getting short man rage right now because the cameraman couldn't fucking focus on the action. Just, you know, you're there filming, you've made the decision to film, now be good at it. Or at least competent, like close to it. Because the second that this like started to pop off, we lose all visual on it. It's so upsetting, it's so frustrating. And another thing, every time these freakouts happen, one thing that I always find interesting is people start laughing at them, like directly, or in this case shouting World Star and laughing at them and filming. You have to feel like such a clown. You know, like you're super mad, like you're ready to fight and everyone's laughing at you. It has to be the worst feeling ever and just makes you even more mad. It happens in every freakout video ever, and I can only imagine how much that fuels the rage in like this endless cycle. So, pretty great video overall, a good freakout. It's McDonald's, so. This morning I hit my foot on the stairs and it hurt quite a bit. It was like that episode in SpongeBob where he stubs his toe and only cried for 20 minutes. It made me feel like shit. It made me feel like a pussy. And it made me want to be a stronger, tougher guy. So I figured, let's watch some tough guy videos in order to get inspired and see how it's done and what it really looks like to be a tough guy.
Pretend to take a photo because you're a big pussy. I'm gonna kick your ass up here.
Okay, do it. Come on.
To give you some context, the man filming flipped off the driver who nearly hit him and his dog while crossing the street, and the driver was not too happy about seeing that bird go his way. So he slows down and says he's gonna kick his ass up there. There's some real goofy shit like straight out of King of the Hill. So the guy filming has now booked a whoop-ass appointment at the upcoming parking lot, and he's not afraid, he's not backing down.
Alright, so go on, get out.
Why'd you threaten me back there?
I have it on video of you saying you're gonna get out and kick my ass.
Well, you just threatened me.
Hey, what the fuck is this? Some kind of magic trick? They made the tough guy from behind the wheel disappear, and now we're just left with this scared volleyball coach talking about being threatened. This can't be the same guy that was talking about beating dick and beating ass from a moment ago, right? Must have switched out or something like that. This guy is just the quintessential peaked in high school loser. He's got a beer belly now, 2 kids that don't respect him, his wife feels trapped with him, so she's probably getting experimental with the neighbor, just trying to think of a way out of the marriage. He just does not seem like a happy guy.
With what?
You flipped me off, and I got it on camera.
Oh yeah, I flipped you off because you didn't stop for a pedestrian.
Who's a pedestrian?
pedestrian?
Me and my dog.
You weren't there.
Oh yeah, we were.
No, you weren't.
Okay, well then I flipped you off for no reason for my First Amendment right. So go fuck yourself.
First Amendment. Okay.
Yeah.
You can threaten me with the go fuck yourself.
Threaten? Are you threatened by freedom of speech, sir?
Well, you're shaking.
You should go fuck yourself.
You're shaking like a leaf.
Now it's turned into a Twitter argument here out of nowhere. So this guy was talking so fucking tough from behind the wheel of his car. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna kick your ass over there at the middle school parking lot. It's going down. Please don't call my bluff. God, please don't come over here. Oh God, he's here. So he starts to panic and then he immediately gets out his phone, fucking fumbling it around. He's probably got it and not even recording. He probably just accidentally took a picture and thinks it's recording. Why are you threatening me? This maniac, help! Calling the police. This crazy madman's talking about he's gonna kick my ass. He's gonna beat my butt. Oh, please, God, get here and help. Why'd you threaten me? You know, just one of these cowards. Just, there's so many people like this that, you know, that very stereotypical hold me back type, you know, where someone's like going wild, like pretending they want to fight, puffing out their chest, but really that's the last thing in the world they want. That's exactly what this guy tried, but he tried it with the wrong guy. This guy was about that action. He's got his dog with him, and he was probably just gonna go over there and beat his ass with one hand.
Yeah, I am, because you threatened to beat my ass.
Well, you can cry.
And this is going on Facebook.
Okay, cry.
Have you heard of Bellingham Living?
Yep.
Yeah, you're going all over it.
Well, I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, what did you say you were gonna come do?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, it's on video.
Well, you look at you.
Yeah, because you threatened to beat my ass.
Your dog isn't like you.
And that's the conclusion of this David vs. Goliath match. He never even got out of the car. So the fight that he tried to start, he didn't even show up to. And I have no doubt he drove away thinking that he was the winner and the big man. Which is real fucking sad. Now let's go ahead and go to a classic. I'm sure most of you have seen this video, but this one's such a classic and I really was feeling like watching some tough guy shit. So let's go ahead and watch one of the internet's finest tough guy moments.
You tried to rear-end me and my fucking wife, bitch! Look what you did to my fucking car! I hope you have insurance, motherfucker! Get the fuck out of your car! I'm gonna beat your fucking ass! Get the fuck out, bitch! Get the fuck out, you pussy!
This road rage incident really has everything you could want. A protagonist you can't help but root for as he just silently stone-faced stares ahead, ignoring the goofball outside of his window doing an interpretive dance and losing his mind. It's just a wonderful video.
Fuck out of your truck! Get the fuck out, you pussy ass bitch! Let's go! Get out! Get out of your truck! Get out of your truck! I can beat your fucking ass!
I will say, his negotiating skills need work. You know, maybe get out of the truck so I can give you candy or something, you know? Like, really try and entice him out of there. Lure him out like an animal. Set little breadcrumbs or something that he might open the door and, you know, get up, you know? He's not even really trying to persuade him to leave. Right now, his only bargaining chip is get out of the truck so I can beat your ass? Who's gonna really want to take that deal? And they can just sit there and laugh at you. I also really appreciate the music in this clip because I think it really adds to the ambiance. The boner jams really add an extra layer of beauty to the video.
Wanna go? Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Take a fucking video! Take a fucking video, cunt! You fucking whore, bitch cunt! Let's go! Come on!
Tough guy thought he was on Xbox Live there for a second.
Get out, bitch! Get out of your fucking truck!
Things really escalate there. We've reached the climax. As his friends show up, he gets even more confident and he goes full baby rage mode. Get out! It's great. And then all of a sudden a G.I. Joe out of nowhere shows up to try and put the kibosh on the whole thing here. Also, one of his friends looks exactly like him. They look like clones. They're even wearing the exact same shirt in a different color. I don't know if they planned that. Or maybe they could be twins, I suppose, but I just thought this was interesting. It's like a video game developer who got lazy, so they just used the same character model and changed the clothes color. Yeah, it's pretty much where that one ends. I really was expecting him to start crying after the huge meltdown moment, but I don't think he ever did get any tears out. He probably did cry on the drive home, I imagine. He really just let it all out because the emotions were just overwhelming. But it would have been nice to see him cry on camera. But, oh well. It's still a classic. And I think these two tough guy videos are pretty solid stuff. Now I think I have a better welcome class. Today we'll be taking a look at the male Karens of the world. They are not a myth, they are very real. As the leading epidemiologist in Karen bullshit, I figured it was only right that we start turning our attention towards the male Karens out there. Yes, these male Karens, these Karemins, are a bit more rare than the Karens we're used to seeing in the labs, which is of course the postmenopausal, wrinkly, sunburnt women whose genes have been corrupted by generations worth of incest, so much so that they now believe wearing a mask will instantly suffocate them. But just because the Karemins are fewer in number doesn't mean that they're any less fucking dumb. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few.
Want to say that again? Would you like to say that again?
What you're about to see here is the tough guy Karen. I'm gonna do a little psychic reading, a little FBI analysis. Using only his voice, I can deduce that this man is bald, with a barbed wire tattoo on his upper left arm, and a skull on fire tattoo on his right pec. This man basically modeled his whole fucking life after Wild Hogs. He says, yep, that's what I want to look like, a generic background biker. And I'm not just saying this because I've seen a picture of this fucking loser. I mean, you can basically listen to him and just hear it in his voice, you know what I mean? This guy is very upset because a worker politely asked if he'd wear a mask, and that was a declaration of war attacking his fragile ego, and he's so insecure that he starts filming and shaming her in public at her workplace until she starts crying.
Hi. It's okay. It's my. She's just asked me to place a mask on, so I just thought I'd record it. That's all. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So, do I still have to wear a mask? Because I'm just shopping and you shot me. That's all. I just walked in and I'm just being told to wear a mask by some woman I don't even know.
Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ, not a mask, no! That's the work of the devil! If this guy put a mask on, it'd sap away his masculine energy, it'd make him lose 5 pounds of his non-existent muscle. Oh, shit, no. No wonder he's getting so upset. Yeah, the rational thing to do when asked to wear a mask is to start recording, obviously.
Are you telling me to wear a mask? You've just said to me, would you like to wear a mask? Are you forcing me to wear a mask? Are you asking me to wear a mask? Excuse me, why are you getting stressed out for? You've just approached me with a mask and said, would you like to put this on? Why are you getting upset for? I would suggest you go and calm yourself down outside and relax. Don't come to customers and tell them what to do with shopping. Thank you. Sort your emotions out first before you get a job.
Oh, what a big man. Well, good work, brother. You see the way he took her down? That'll be the last time she ever tries to help a customer. That'll fucking teach her. You don't tussle with the lack of muscle here. This guy put the smack down on her. Hulkmania ran wild here. Trying to muzzle this kind of masculine monster? You gotta be fucking crazy. But yeah, speaking of jobs, this guy was recently fired, so I'd take his advice when it comes to employment with a grain of salt. He's not very good at it.
Hey, what the fuck? You shot that man! Call 911! You shot that man! What the fuck? You shot that man! You're not giving us food! You shouldn't have done that! He assaulted me! Where are we going now?
I love the way McLovin here marches after him with his phone in hand. It's fucking wild. So this is a bit of a different one. This is a man who is not an anti-masker. He's very much on the side of masks and is upset about a man who didn't have a mask, which is understandable. If this guy even knew how to wear his own fucking mask, this guy's wearing it like a condom that's too goddamn big. He's not even covering his own fucking nose. It's just wild. So this guy loves masks, as he should, and people that don't wear a mask out in public, yeah, huge nuisance and a detriment, but he can't even wear his own fucking mask correctly, and he's having this kind of temper tantrum meltdown. This kind of shit always puts a smile on my face, though, the people that just scream, "Assault! Assault! I've been assaulted!" when they've been, like, lightly bumped. Like, this guy's fucking screeching and squealing like he just stepped on a landmine or something, when really what happened is he just got lightly bumped because he's in his face with his phone. The guy was like, "Oh, get the fuck off of me." And then he just totally goes into meltdown mode, destroys an entire rack of pizza for some reason. It's not like the guy he's mad at works at the pizza place or owns it or anything. That does nothing except make it really tough for the fucking workers there. So he's just a huge douchebag asshole. And then he starts blaming the pizza place. Why did you serve him food? Did you not see what he did to me? He almost killed me with that little body bump. What have you done? You gave him food. And then he chases him down. This guy's just like a hall monitor. Stop running in the hallways. And then just like slowly walks after them. It's just pretty embarrassing. Very embarrassing, in fact.
Thank you for hearing me out.
No problem. By any chance, do you have a mask?
No, I don't.
Do you mind to put your shirt on top right here? That'll be really appreciated. I'm sorry?
You believe in that shit?
Here comes jolly old Saint Nicholas here. He gets upset about the mask almost immediately and denies the existence of the virus and how he doesn't trust the government. Standard brainwashed Facebook dumb fucking shit.
Oh, it's taking me to the freeway. You want to take that way, or you gonna...
Well, if you want to drive around me all night long without a mask, that's fine. If you want to get me home quick, you go that way.
That's fine.
I don't like you.
Big baby boy with the I don't like you comment. Like I've said, all of these anti-mask people are literal children. They have the same thoughts and the same capabilities mentally as children. I guarantee if Richard, his name is Richard, put his hand over his eyes, he'd think the world disappeared.
You don't like me? You want to get out?
No, I want you to take my ass home and I'll give you a shitty review.
You know what? You can get out right now.
I'm not getting out right now.
Yes.
Nope, I've got a contract with you and I've got a ride with you.
Yes, he does.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
You try, go ahead.
Don't worry, Richard, he is. That's why the car has stopped moving.
Nope, it's my car.
You represent Lyft.
Well, then suit Lyft. Then
your little candy-ass faggy white glasses.
Richard's really letting the demon out today, and the driver has been more than generous. He should have just drove away the second he saw Richard didn't have a mask, but he made an exception saying, hey, alright, can you at least put your shirt over your mouth or something like that? And all Richard had to do was keep his fucking hand over his mouth and shut the fuck up, and he would have gotten home with no problem at all. But these anti-mask lunatics are just so combative and so fucking dumb, they can't help but make everything an argument and a fight.
I just fucking crush your fucking skull right now.
You're on video.
I'm not gonna do that because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Right now. Of course, no one would ever think you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're on video right now.
I'm not an idiot. Just take me home.
No.
And I won't give you a review. Just take me home.
Nope.
I mean, you can say a lot of things about Richard, but you can't say he's an idiot. He's only, threatening to kill this man on video because he asked him to wear a mask. And when Richard got to be a big old asshole about it, he asked him to get out. He's not a fucking idiot, though.
I finished the trip already. Get out of my car. Please.
Out of your car?
Yes.
Yeah, how about a please? Boy. Okay,
different.
so I'll just have to call Lyft and complain about it.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
Go ahead. I have video.
Yeah, you got video?
Yeah.
You got video?
Yeah.
Hey, you got video? You got video? Where
you speak English, but you don't. I'm from here.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're a fucking wetback.
And you are?
I'm an American motherfucker. I fought for 3 times.
He's an American motherfucker? Damn, that's patriotic. Richard's racist, he's an asshole, and I guarantee he went home on his Facebook group to brag about this, about how he was some kind of hero, and how he fought for his right to not wear a mask against his Lyft driver, and then got his ride canceled because he was a fascist or some shit. I actually don't really know how they talk on Facebook, it's baffling, but I'm pretty confident in saying he most likely went home to brag about it online. There is a happy ending to this though. Richard did get banned from Lyft, which is nice. And there's, of course, a lot more male Karens, but these were the... McDonald's is no stranger when it comes to brutal fights and sloppy smackdowns. It's often considered the Thunderdome for the world's toughest. But in this disturbing clip I'm about to show you, not even McDonald's was prepared to handle this meat monster that came in here looking for trouble. This ain't your mother's McDonald's anymore. This ain't no Weenie Hut Jr. shit. This is his world, and we're just eating McDonald's in it.
Settle down, boy. Now, are you fucking serious? You just fucking stop. I want to fucking have a meal. You have whores up here trying to need to go now.
This is the face of the man who makes knuckle sandwiches. You'll be cruising for a bruising if you step in this man's way. This is Goliath in the legendary David vs. Goliath tale, and he stepped into the McDonald's crucible with one goal in mind, to eat some lovely McChickens while looking up the new Magic the Gathering ban list. And apparently those damn whores interrupted him. Now he's rampaging. God help us.
That's your guy. Get out of my store! Now! You need to get out of my store, dude! Now!
Did you catch all of those moves? I'll slow it down and rewind it for all of you who aren't classically trained in martial arts nor familiar with ancient Shaolin techniques like I am. Here we can see the master lead with a right foot buttfuck slip and slide move, but he also throws in the combo with the left arm Shoryuken. While on the surface it may seem like just a simple and effective 1-2 combo, I dare you to even give this a try. You'll likely combust and just lead to fuck all over the floor. It takes thousands and thousands of hours to master this technique right here, and he throws it around with ease. And he doesn't stop there, he beautifully transitions into his Looney Tunes level windup here for the haymaker that would have surely not only ended that man's life, but would also make every woman's panties within a 2-mile radius sodden.
I'll put you down. Come on, follow me. Get out of my store now! Get out of my store now!
The manager's sharp reflexes just saved the entire city block. Had the rampaging glasses man been able to slam the door successfully, you're looking at a catastrophic explosion. That would have been the end of the entire area.
Get out of my fucking shit! I'm gonna my store now, alright?
And it was on that day that McDonald's got a grim reminder, stay out of that man's fucking shit, or else. Well, yeah, I mean, that's it. So yeah. Today I saw a video of an overwhelmingly intimidating tough guy. I'm talking full-fledged DEFCON, red alert, sound the alarm, sirens blaring, full chub, full throttle, tough guy. This rare specimen was spotted in the only environment you can find these kind of scary Pokemon, Whole Foods, obviously. Now when you look at me, you probably see a pretty intimidating, scary guy at a 5'6" imposing frame with a big set of fucking pythons on him. Yeah. I can understand why people would think that I'm probably as tough as they get, but what if I told you there's a man that dwarfs even my profuse masculinity? And he's not just a man, he's a father.
People won't learn. These people won't learn. You're a bunch of idiots wearing masks. You know it's not real. Look at you fools. You got a fucking doily on your face, you retard. It looks like you fucking got it off your mom's countertop.
Looks like you got a Sharpie off your mom's countertop and scribbled in some weak-ass facial hair. This whole freakout here reminds me of the old Bagel Boss guy. You remember that guy that was extremely short and melted down about women not wanting him at a Bagel Boss restaurant? I get the same vibes from this guy. He just came in here looking for a fight with a chip on his shoulder, mad at the world for fucking nothing. Of course it's about masks. You can look at this guy and immediately tell he doesn't believe in masks and probably believes the world is flat. But I mean, anyway, this guy's dressed like he's trying to go fishing but accidentally wandered into a Whole Foods and now is upset about the whole ordeal. Unfortunately, he's brought his family here with him to embarrass them, and make no mistake, they seem extremely embarrassed by their father as this video continues.
You look like an idiot. You're a child. Trying to make me wear a mask. Shut up. Shut up. You're a dork. Look at you, you giant fucking dork. What are you gonna do? Come outside. Come outside and show me how tough you are.
The guy that confronted our protagonist is about twice the size of him from what I can see here, so I'm pretty sure that the dad was already starting to sweat a little bit and really praying that his sons would pretend to hold him back, which they did beautifully. It just saved him a lot of embarrassment so he could keep talking shit, knowing full well that the guy that he was talking shit to could literally eat him. I swear to God, this guy could suckle on his nipples standing up. The mismatch in terms of size was laughable. So it was extremely lucky that the dad decided to melt down with his kids nearby, able to get him out of the situation that he's caused. He really does not look like somebody you'd want to piss off. Just look at that beard, that majestic beard. He looks like an old blacksmith who made the tools for the Olympic gods to use. He looks like the kind of guy that would fuck your ass up in a fight, and then just fuck your ass, just because he's that powerful.
I'll beat that fucking mask off your face like a fucking retard. Fucking pussies. You're a bunch of pussies wearing masks. Losers.
Goodbye.
I will say, I respect that this man keeps shit-talking even as he's being carried away like a baby out of a Toys R Us throwing a temper tantrum. He doesn't let the embarrassment of getting picked up by his son stop him from talking a lot of shit for no reason. I actually do love the shamelessness from the father here. He feels no level of embarrassment after being picked up and carried away. His son was so shameful of his father breaking down here and becoming a public nuisance that the only course he could find was picking him up and removing him from the property. After decades of butt-chugging Miller Lights in the bathtub, the father has just lost the ability to feel shame. And this is the result. This looked like something out of Fall Guys, just getting grabbed and carried away slowly outside of the store. A great meltdown, though. Another good meltdown. I gotta tell you, the mask debate here, which isn't really a debate. There's one side which is right, and then the one side that's wrong. The wrong side obviously being the ones that think masks are the devil or a muzzle or a microchip or some shit. That's clearly the wrong side. But this whole dichotomy here, this war on masks has been the gift that keeps on giving in terms of public freakouts and meltdowns. Every single day, there's a new troglodyte that decides to wander out into the world and just go fucking wild about a mask. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to showcase a real tough dad out there, making sure the local Piggly Wiggly here knows that he's the boss, he's the sheriff, and if he sees you wearing a mask, well, he's gonna... I learned very early on in life that you can tell a lot about a person based on how they treat workers, whether that be retail workers at a store, waiters and waitresses at a restaurant, fast food workers, anything. It's like a little cheat code into the human psyche. You can tell if someone's an insufferable douchebag based on how they interact with employees out in the world. If someone's being mean and disrespectful to someone that's just trying to do their job, then chances are they're a worthless asshole. And I don't need to be a licensed psychologist in order to diagnose them with terminal douchebag personality syndrome. But by far the most infuriating are the stupid douchebags, the troglodyte imbeciles that will get mad at the employees for decisions the company made, as if the employees had any say-so in whatever the fuck you're complaining about. You saw it all the time during the early pandemic when companies asked that the customers wear a mask, so the employees were forced to enforce the rule and would face so much backlash from the customers as if they were the ones that made it. Like, they're just trying not to get fired. So you'd have all these inbred weirdos losing their mind like, how dare you muzzle me, you goddamn communist, telling me how to live my life. I will beat your ass in the parking lot, bend over so I can suck a fart out of your butt. As if the employee that you're yelling at and threatening to beat up had anything to do with the actual thing you're complaining about. They had no say-so. They were just a fucking employee of the company doing their job. And it happens all the time in retail, but this was the first example I could think of since that was happening all over the place on Facebook back during the early pandemic. Just being rude, mean, and nasty to workers who are just doing their job is by far the easiest way to identify a piece of shit. And I'd love to show you a perfect example of this. This is a customer who's melting down at a fast food worker who quite literally did nothing wrong at all.
Hey, can I ask you something, by the way? No, it's just that every time I come here, like, at the late night hour, I don't know why, you're, like, very, like, it's not even me, because I know it's not just me. Like, I'm sure you're, like, this way with everyone. You just, like, are very impatient. Like,
this man's face really tells the whole story, hitting this guy with the Kubrick stare and just a little bit of shock, like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You're gonna lecture me at, like, 3 a.m. here on absolute nothing? Man's hitting him with a goddamn thespian troupe monologue here. He's absolutely rehearsed this in the mirror, hyped himself up like, I'm gonna give this employee a piece of my mind over nothing.
If like, you don't want this job, you don't have to be here. Like, I'm just letting you know, like, you literally rush my order every single time, and I hate having you.
Imagine going to a fast food drive-thru and complaining that the food came out too quickly. That's the whole definition of fast food, is that it arrives in a timely manner to you. What are you there for then if you wanted slower prepared food? Go to a moderate speed restaurant, or you can go to IHOP and never get your food, because by the time you get your food you will have died by old age. Like, I don't understand what the complaint even is. He's mad that this guy rushed his order. That is the whole goddamn point of fast food, that it is prepared quickly for you. You are arguing a non-issue to a guy who is very clearly not interested and doesn't deserve it. This guy is just doing his job at the late night hour to serve your absolute incompetent, disrespectful, entitled ass, and you have the audacity to shit on him for it.
And I mean, I'm sure my word means nothing to you, but I'm just telling you, you have the choice to have a different profession. This isn't a profession. I'm sure you're just very incompetent and you have to work here. but I'm not being ignorant either.
Yeah, definitely not being ignorant at all. Just some kind of unhinged lunatic going through the drive-thru to insult a worker who's done nothing wrong at all, saying that it's not a real profession and that he must be incompetent, as if the guy recording has a fucking job. He absolutely just came from an affluent family and is entitled. You can tell just by the way he talks. He probably has his pinky up on the cup that he just got there.
It's just like, I come here to get food. Who cares, like, if I've been drinking or doing whatever? Like, I come here at a late night hour, I get food. Every time I have you, I fucking hate it. It makes me sick.
Yeah, this absolute brain-rotted, goofy goober just self-reports and says that he's been drinking. So the man is drunk driving through a drive-thru, and he has it on camera and posted it himself. How dumb do you have to be? And to publicly go out there and embarrass yourself like this is so wild to me because he recorded it himself. He planned to go to this guy and confront him for justice, you know? This one's for the people. It's time we rise up against this one employee just doing his job. So he films this, watches it back, and posts it himself saying, yep, I look pretty good here. Can't wait to share it with my friends. Post it on Facebook for all of his friends to fucking laugh at him. And now he will never live it down. He is forever known as this shit stain. This greasy goblin that insulted a worker for no reason whatsoever. And it is the ultimate delusion that he is the one belittling and insulting this worker for his job, while I imagine he himself doesn't hold down a steady job. I don't know too much about the guy personally. There's not a whole lot of info behind this person here. But just by the way he talks, I can tell that he's very entitled. He most likely came from an affluent family, driving around right now in a car his parents paid for, probably wearing a stained plaid shirt after a night of drinking with the boys, desperately trying to get laid, but getting rejected for the millionth time. So now he's just mad at the world, just full-blown bah humbug, going Scrooge right now. I'm going to the drive-thru and I'm just gonna give this guy a piece of my mind. And this is the result.
Sorry about that. No, I'm sure you're very sorry about it. I'm sure you're very sorry about it. But you are very shitty to me every time I come here.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sure you're not actually sorry, and you're just saying that because like whatever's happening or you're being recorded. So
there is nothing this guy can say or do from this point forward that will convince me that he's not an absolute insufferable douchebag. This guy could quite literally put on the cape and become the real world Batman, and I would still think he sucks. I have no respect for people like this guy. I hate it. It drives me fucking nuts. And the fact that he also loosely admits to drunk driving in the video just makes it even worse. He is two of the things I have the least respect for. Someone who's rude to workers for no reason, and a drunk driver. This man is the whole package, like the entire starter kit for This actually looks like some shit out of the intro for I Am Legend here. This guy's snarling and showing his teeth like an angry dog ready to strike. It sounds like something out of Call of Duty Zombies. Thank God it wasn't a full moon. This guy was ready to fucking anamorph into a werewolf here. Now, it does say he's having a racist meltdown in the caption of the video, but there's nothing racist present in the video. But according to the passengers on the flight, this all started because he was yelling at an Asian woman, and then all of a sudden, I guess, Umbrella Corporation blasted him with a T-virus and turned him into this, like, fucking zombie thing. This is the face of someone who knows what human flesh tastes like. Like I mentioned last time, I'm terrified of flying, but the more videos I see of people like this and the last guy we saw, that douchebag who got taped to a chair, the more interested I become in flying, just to be able to witness this fun. It just looks like going on a circus in the air. Like, it seems like a genuinely good time. You have, like, these onboard entertainment clowns that kind of go wild. Like, it seems cool. But I feel like that's only because I'm on the outside of it. I feel like if I was on this plane and witnessing this, I would be shitting my goddamn pants. I'd already be nervously hyperventilating into a paper bag, and then all of a sudden, fucking Lex Luthor in the row next to me just starts breaking out, going Super Saiyan, growling and eating his mask while salivating. So I definitely don't think it'd be super fun to be there for it, but I just want to say thank you to the heroes that film it, so that way I get to enjoy it from the safety of the ground. I love that they're talking to Voldemort here like he's a dog, just telling him to sit. You know, just, hey, be a good boy, go over there and sit and I'll give you a treat, alright? Now go sit. This is where I got a little confused. So he's upset because he thinks he should be allowed off the plane because they're on the ground. But according to the passengers, they're not on the ground. So this guy was just asking to be let off the plane mid-flight. You know, like, hey, let me the fuck out of here, I'm done, alright, I've had enough. He just opens the door and flies out like DB Cooper. Like, I don't really understand because it's such an easy thing to prove to himself, like, are we on the ground? Let me look out the window. Because you'd be able to know if you just, like, took a single glance out of the window. Like, there's multiple windows to the side of him even in the video. He could have just been like, we're not on the ground, I'm sorry for the trouble.
God! Sit! You sit down on that seat and you stay. Don't find it! Really?
Sorry, folks, but that's what they think of America.
I don't know where Joe Biden came into play. Maybe he was the pilot or something. I couldn't really tell you. But then he goes into saying sorry, that's what they think of America. And he says it like he's trying to, like, learn how to read. It was at this point that I thought this had to be a drug-related incident here because it really does sound like he's giving a class presentation and he's super nervous. So I looked it up. Apparently there's something called Ambien zombies, which is something flight attendants have nicknamed people that take Ambien and get weird. And this, I guess, could be one of those cases. I'm really not sure. But the cops do show up, and it turns out he was just really drunk.
America is not a disgrace. Really? Yeah. Really? Really?
So luckily, Chris Redfield and the boys were able to get on the plane and contain Patient Zero here. Hopefully this will be the only zombie we see taking flight, but who knows? This could just be the first of many dominoes to fall. Though I did think the same thing when that guy from Florida was eating another man's face off. I thought that was the beginning of the zombie outbreak. But luckily I was wrong. So weebs, put away your katanas because I think this is an isolated case. Just one zombie and it seems to be taken care of. He was cited for public intoxication. Last night on stream, someone recommended watching a video called "The Guy Freaks Out in Apartment Lobby," which is a super vague title. That's like going on Pornhub and typing in boobies and trying to find one particular video you have in mind. But to my surprise, I actually did find the video they were talking about. It's a fucking wild adventure, but I couldn't finish it on stream because at one point he starts showing his asshole and ass cheeks. Not really the asshole, you'd have to really slow down the footage in order to get a look at the brown balloon knot, but he does bring out his ass cheeks, and since he wasn't in a hot tub, Twitch isn't okay with ass on their platform. So I had to back out of the video and didn't get to finish it, which is an absolute shame. It's like starting Breaking Bad without finishing it, just truly a sin, and you're incomplete until it's done. So today I wanted to go back and watch it, and I'd like to finish the rest of it with you here on YouTube, but obviously I won't be showing the guy's ass cheeks or anything like that. If you missed the stream last night, you really fucked up. The streams I do every day at twitch.tv/Moistcr1tikal are the best on the internet, so please feel free to stop in, put some extra inches on your penis. Would love to see you there. Why? He's just trying to hang out and party. I'm missing crucial lore.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy's not letting him in.
I'm gonna call the cops again. To ask him to leave my office. Like, you shut your mouth.
Oh my god,
It's for the police.
he's speaking Slytherin.
We need somebody to come to the traffic.
In case he assaults you.
Jesus, oh god, he's casting a curse.
No, like, we need somebody now.
Now! It's an emergency! 911 is supposed to come for an emergency!
What the fuck is... Ah! Ah! What the fuck is going on? God, it's like playing charades with like a really aggressively competitive relative.
Yes, it's an apartment across from He's a white gentleman with those glasses.
What is it called in Harry Potter? Parseltongue?
He's like, he's destroying our...
It reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin walking around the ring.
Do that right now.
Oh my god, he's gonna do it!
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Do it!
I'm so sorry.
Do it! Yes! Yes! woo, and then slam 2 beers together.
Oh my god! Can you videotape this, please?
Holy shit, he's going in! What is happening?
Performing some type of ritual.
It does look like a ritual. Oh, wait a minute, that's going too far. That's going too far. That was real Sigma male energy. But I want to finish it. Hold on, give me a second.
What are you doing?
You wouldn't understand. If I don't see dick, I'll put it back on screen.
What is this?
I have no idea, but I am really drawn into the universe here. He never brings his dick out. I should be good. I've kind of spoiled a little bit of the anime for myself, but we can watch it on screen. Yeah, the pants never come off. This is where we left off.
Hello, officer. My name is Stacia.
Ha! Take that! Oh no, wait a minute. I must have missed that part. We're good though. I backed out just in time. He got a little wild there. He was posting cringe on main. God damn it, I even skimmed through the video and missed the one part he brings out his fucking butt cheeks. Those reflexes though are nutty. You wouldn't see even a single pixel of ass cheek. Now, if he was in a hot tub, I wouldn't be worried. But since he's more like in a public situation, I feel like maybe Twitch wouldn't be okay with it. When I was first watching this, I thought this was Jack's Films playing a part or something as like a little hidden camera Eric Andre kind of thing. But the more I watch it, the less convinced I am that this is really Jack's Films. I don't think he's the kind of guy that would goatee himself in a public hotel lobby, no matter how committed he is to the skit. After having to throw out this hypothesis, I was left with one conclusion. The man's just out here going hog wild.
Anyway, we have something here.
Hey, I'm gonna show him what's up real fast.
No, it's good.
No, I'm just saying he comes in here.
Oh, yeah. No, if he comes in here, there's like 10 of us.
His belt as a weapon technique is actually pretty impressive. He kind of reminds me of like Avatar: The Last Airbender. You can see him start to channel that energy towards the end there as he's working the belt. Maybe he is like one of the last PCP benders out there now, and this is just him showcasing his mastery and his expertise to the public. The way he's able to just slap that belt against the wall, the way he was like kind of charging it up for a little while, gathering a lot of electromagnetic static ready for a chakra vibrating slam that he just blasts on the ground. You know, this isn't just some ordinary guy. This right here is a dangerous master of karate.
Where are the cops? We're on the phone with him again.
Whoops.
Do really crazy behavior, and I said, he's standing outside of our glass office, hitting the wall with the belt, cussing in some language. Did you not hear that? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I don't know how she got about 25 staff members in here.
This guy looks like every car salesman I've ever seen in my life. Maybe that's the backstory here, the lore. He's actually a car salesman, he's had a great day selling shit, and now he's just out here in the apartment lobby ready to celebrate, you know? And this is just him having a jolly old time.
What the heck? Oh, wow. Oh my God. Is he on drugs?
He's definitely
Is he on drugs? That's like asking if poop smells like shit. I think it's very clear that he is not in the normal state of mind. I wouldn't necessarily say he's sober in this instance. Or maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he just knows what we don't, you know? He's seen the strings that hold the universe together. He's just so full of infinite wisdom that now he appears crazy to us simpletons. You know, kind of like that shit in Indiana Jones where they open the crypt and then like their faces melt off because it's too beautiful. Or like in Jujutsu Kaisen when Gojo like gives you the infinite, like just hits you with infinity and like you just freeze and can't do anything. Maybe that's what happened. He's just truly transcended us as a species and we're just so far behind him now. But I do like that they all start to panic the second it looks like he's going to try and like climb up the chandelier. or rappel down it. I'm really not even sure, but he was going to use like his belt as some kind of climbing apparatus, and all at once everyone just lets out a collective gasp like they thought he was going to die from that height.
It was our office for a recent meeting, and he snuck in the door and sat down next to me, and I was like,
they don't
not
have
open
the
right now.
Jinkies house.
Go to our minister's office. And he wouldn't leave.
Fuck out of here.
I can really appreciate the character development here. In the beginning, everyone was panicked about this wild man who just came in here acting fucking crazy, going wild like Donnie from the Thornberrys show. But now, as it progresses, now they start to laugh at him. He's become less of like the boogeyman and more of just like a clown that now everyone's poking fun at and laughing at, which I can really appreciate. It reminds me of the It movie, where they finally took away the fear and Pennywise was powerless. But this is like in the real world.
It won't lock it. You have to lock it from the computer. No, you have to lock it from the computer.
What is going on with him?
I'm honestly jealous of the spectators here in the front row. They're getting a full theatrical performance, complete with a Blue Man Group improvised musical number there from that guy, banging on the desk, banging on the plant, and finishing with a giant cymbal crash of slamming the belt on the floor again. What more could you ask for?
Oh, he's putting this now.
Oh, what?
Oh my god, I think he's killing himself.
No.
He's not dead.
His belt buckle now.
He can't see.
Gino, just let him come in here.
Oh my gosh, you got it. What the hell?
What now? He speaks English?
Sugar is low.
Unfortunately, that's where this adventure concludes. The police come and escort him out of the apartment lobby, never to be seen again. At least not until the world needs him once more. Then he shall rise like a phoenix from the ashes, to swing from chandeliers and show his butthole to people. A couple days ago on stream, chat was telling me about something pretty gross. So fair warning, this topic's a little yucky. If you've got a sensitive stomach, this one might make you a bit uneasy, a bit queasy, perhaps. I'm gonna get a little political here for a moment, so really brace yourself. Just grip the sides of your chair real hard so you don't fall over. It's gonna get spicy. I think under no circumstances should a politician be allowed to run if they have a documented history of smearing poop on their body. And you know what, that may have angered a few people out there, but you know what, you sensitive souls, I'm gonna go even harder on this. You can't stop me, I don't care who it offends. I think if you have a documented history of eating shit, that should also disqualify you. And if in some unholy circumstance you are an individual who has both smeared shit on their body and consumed feces, you need to be admitted, like institutionalized ASAP. I'm talking about a German politician who went viral like a week ago, and I just learned about him like 3 days ago. His name's Martin. He had videos and photos of himself come out where he covers his whole body in shit. Apparently he even covered a dildo in poop and started inserting it into himself. He put a bunch of poop on his mustache and gave himself like a Hitler stash of shit. And then his videos that he posted went viral where he went into a public bathroom and started licking the toilets. Like, not just the toilet seat. He was licking crusty urine out of the toilet bowls and then, like, licking the toilet brush as if it was a lollipop. It is revolting. Absolutely revolting. Now, some of you may have seen this floating around on Twitter because a couple of the infamous rage bait Twitter accounts were saying shit like, why are all lefties like this? And then posting the video of the guy, like, licking the toilets and shit. Martin is, I suppose, I don't know if he's like excommunicado, like it's something out of John Wick here, a candidate for the Free Democratic Party, or FDP, which I'd never heard of, so I looked into it a little bit, and from what I've read, they've got pretty much every label under the sun. Like, it started as a liberal party, but in modern times it's more leaning towards center-right because it's conservative fiscal policies. Like, it's all over the place, but regardless, it's fucking cringe to be using this very unhinged individual to represent, like, oh, look at, this is all of them, all poop eaters. Like, it's so fucking lame. This is an unhinged maniac that I think has transcended party lines, where it's a bipartisan perspective where no one's going to like this. There's not going to be many people championing for the toilet licking goofball But anyway, I want to show you the videos. I can't show you the poopy pics, but I will talk about those in a bit more detail after I show you the video. So here's from the stream when we watched it. Do you see the video of the German politician licking a public toilet? Bro looked really into it. Licking public toilet seat or like the actual toilet bowl itself? Let me take a peek. I did not see it though. A German politician filmed himself licking public toilets for God knows what reason. Well, we don't need God to tell us the reason. I'm sure this guy did, right?
Hier auf dem Bahnhofsklo.
That doesn't look like a punishment. That man is super into it. He looks of sound mind and body. He filmed himself licking the public toilets of a railway station. Of a railway station? Wow, that's significantly more foul than I would have expected. He chose Ultra Nightmare Mode public toilets for this. Hey, can't fault the heart. He said, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it big. In one clip, however you say his last name, was seen singing the Nazi-era German national anthem along with... What is this word? I don't even know a bad word that starts with M. Motherfucking rectally with a sex toy? Oh, masturbating rectally with a sex toy. So it was more than just licking toilets. This guy had a full-blown episode here. His act of licking the metal fittings of a urinal and a seated toilet received disgust by several by several users on social media sites. Only several. Only a few people were disturbed by this toilet licking. Everyone else was totally fine with it. He also made a mustache from feces while role-playing as former Chancellor Adolf Hitler. What the fuck? If this guy doesn't get elected, then there is no justice in the world. This is incredible. What a great candidate. Where can I find his poop mustache? No, I won't show his poop mustache. I want to see it for myself is all. This is for my own enjoyment and I'll describe it to you. Oh, it's... Wow, that article didn't quite fully explain it. It's not like he just put poop on his mouth. He covered his whole body in shit. Well, I'm not too familiar with Martin, but now I am a little bit. And I don't really like it. He wouldn't get my vote. That video forced him to retire. Something tells me, and this is just a hunch, I'm not familiar with the political landscape of Germany. Something tells me just by listening to him for a second, right before he starts moaning into the urinal as he licks it clean, I feel like he probably wasn't in a good position to win regardless. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Since all of this came out, there hasn't been a peep from Martin. He's off the grid right now. Probably purchased a shack in the middle of the woods somewhere and he's living out his days as a lumberjack with no electricity and no connection to the outside world. Because this is one of those things that you can't really come back from. It is so unbelievably gross that it changes the way people would look at you forever, I imagine. So, the poop pics. I can't find any information about who the feces belong to, if it's his own brand, like if it came from his colon, or if it's a third-party pooper. Like, there's no information about if he covered himself in his own shit or somebody else's. Both are truly horrific, but I think if it was someone else's, it would be significantly worse. This is a true full-blown one politician, one cup scenario here, but instead of eating shit like ice cream, he just put it all over every crevice of his body. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Those pictures I was not expecting to be as bad as they were. Like, I watched Harlem Shake poop, and it made me laugh. Like, it's gross, but, like, that made me giggle. This had me recoil. I was stunned. It was yucky. So, anyway, since all this has happened, there hasn't really been any follow-ups that I can find. Maybe in, like, German outlets somewhere, but They haven't been translated to English, so I'm still kind of in the dark on what exactly the status is with Martin and his like political campaign. The only little tidbit of information I can find is that the Free Democratic Party said that they're considering consequences, but I don't know if they've gone through with them. And also that was reported like right after all of these started blowing up a week ago. So I imagine if there were consequences, they'd probably have already happened by this point. But again, I can't find any further updates on it. I have to imagine, though, this has truly taken a huge hit to his candidacy here. Did see a couple of German commenters joking about this, saying like, man, I'm real tired of this shit. And making some quirky quips like that. And that had me giggling a bit. But yeah, that's kind of where the story's at right now. I just had to talk about this a little bit because I saw another headline about it today, and it reminded me of just how... What's up, everybody? It's Critical. This season on the YouTube drama soap opera has been a pretty interesting one, and as this season winds to a close, we get one hell of a surprise here. It turns out YouTube tough guys aren't that tough. What a shocker. Now, when I say YouTube tough guys, I'm referring to the braggadocio YouTubers like Rice Gum and FaZe Banks. FaZe Banks also happens to be the protagonist in today's story. And the ones that really just flex a whole bunch of money on their 12-year-old fans who live vicariously through their success. The fan base is sad, their personas are sad. Today we get to see what happens when an unstoppable douchebag meets an actual confrontation. Now I want to make it clear before I start this, I don't care about the story. It's a fucked up story and I'm not taking sides, although I am more inclined to believe FaZe Banks and Alyssa's side, even though they are known liars. Barley's statement was just really bad. And in my experience, the bouncers do start most of this shit at these types of establishments. But once again, I don't care about the story, I just care about when FaZe Banks gets involved in a fight. The security footage has just been released. The footage is chopped into pieces to fit this horrible narrative that I don't believe any rational person's going to believe at all, but it does show FaZe Banks in an actual confrontation. No smoke and mirrors, no CGI. This is a real YouTube tough guy in a real altercation.
A couple are internet stars. We monitor stuff like this here at the television station. They get millions of hits over outrageous videos that they post. Their names are Alyssa Violet and Ricky Banks.
And I can't believe it happened to us.
What happened to Ricky Banks began when he was in a restricted basement area of the Barley House and was asked to leave. He made fists.
I love how the reporter calls them outrageous videos. He looks down on the videos, as well he should. They're really bad videos. But if only you could say shitty videos on the air, huh, reporter? This is the first sign that you're an insufferable asshole when you throw up a set of hands and then walk away. Trying to make it seem like your dick isn't 2 inches fully erect in front of everybody there, so you throw up your hands like you're ready to fight, but really you don't want to fight at all. You just want to get the fuck out of there and hope he doesn't take your lunch money. On YouTube, that comical display of masculinity will get an applause from your 12-year-old audience for your courage and being too real and savage, but in real life you can see him immediately walk away because he knows the bouncer would beat his ass into his asshole. Now, I do agree with FaZe Banks, though, in that perhaps the bouncers were power tripping and being overly aggressive, because in my experience, the bouncers in a lot of places are power tripping insecure bundles of meat who take out a lot of aggression on the customers unnecessarily. So I agree that maybe this bouncer was a big douchebag, but don't throw up your set of hands like you're going to throw down with him, because you're not, and you didn't.
And feigned fighting to a bouncer. He and his girlfriend, Alyssa, resisted and were guided up the steps into the main dining area. She was riding a bouncer's back aggressively. Then the cameras came out again, with Alyssa getting into the faces of other customers, just trying to leave. There's punching and hair pulling. As it goes on, you see Ricky throw a glass at other customers. Later, another confrontation as the camera came out again. There's a struggle, and from the shadows, Ricky attacks again, striking a customer, not a bouncer as he had boasted.
Now, Ricky comes out of nowhere and starts pounding this guy in the face from behind. Totally cheap shot.
FaZe Banks out here with his bald spot looking like a fucking default monk class in an MMO game. No wonder he always wears a hat. For real, Ricky, keep that hat on. If you take that hat off in one of your awful vlog videos, your 12-year-old audience is going to respond like that scene in the SpongeBob movie when King Neptune is revealed to be bald. I also really love how these vlogging YouTubers get really upset when other people record them. Like last year when Rice Gum slapped the phone out of the Gabby Show's, aka Gabby Schumer Show's hand because she was recording him. You'd think of all people to be okay with being recorded in public, it'd be these assholes, but apparently not. So as we just saw, all 90 pounds of FaZe Banks went into fight or flight mode there. His low testosterone and high estrogen really started pumping quickly, and he went against his nature and actually got involved in a confrontation. And the best thing he could muster is he could throw a fucking sucker punch. You will never lose my respect or the respect of any man faster than throwing a sucker punch on somebody. Just starts sneaking up behind a man like he's in Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell playing as Sam Fisher going for an assassination, and throws the weakest wet noodle of a punch I have ever seen in my life. And he actually broke his hand from this punch here. He lets out this flurry of incompetent and clearly awful throws that is just so laughably bad. I can't be happier that he broke his hand in it. It looks like an old lady fighting for her purse back right now. It's just so sad. Here's one of your premier YouTube tough guys duking it out with someone in real life who didn't even see them coming. Don't tussle with the muscle, or lack of muscle. No, but really, for real, don't tussle with the phase muscle. Unless, of course, you do, then he's going to break his hand on the back of your head. And then you'll be left wondering why a 3-year-old just shot a spitball at the back of your head. You'll pretty much mistake his punch for a mosquito landing on you. Now, as a surprise to nobody, YouTube tough guys are my least favorite content creators on this website, and I say content creators in quotation marks. I really despise them. And it's not because I hate their content, which I do. I understand people are going to like different content, and their content is geared towards children. So that's not where I have a problem. My problem is how they shit on everybody else who isn't as successful as them or doesn't have as much money as them, and how they manufacture so much negativity on the site and create all of this fake drama and fake beef. And then they make these abysmal diss tracks at each other that make my cock smaller just by listening to snippets of them. And then they have all of these call-out videos where I'm so tough, come fight me. It's just it's embarrassing. Which is why I never call myself a YouTuber, because it's downright just embarrassing to even be associated with a lot of shit on this platform. And unfortunately, the first thing someone thinks of when they hear the word YouTube, the first thing they think of are these human catheters like FaZe Banks, Rice Gum, and Jake Paul, because they're the most successful right now. But yeah, anyway, this was a National Geographic look at a YouTube tough guy in the wild. So I'd also like this to serve as a reminder to any viewers of the YouTube tough guys that they're just playing characters. They don't actually believe they're tough guys who can take people in fights. They know they can't, which is why they just make videos. You see the brawl at McDonald's in Costa Rica where a single man KO'd 9 dudes? Whoa, what? What are his hands made out of? Bricks? So here's the Dexerto article on it. Oh wait, this isn't the same one. This is Canada. Wait, is the other source wrong? Because how many brawls broke out over Pokemon cards at McDonald's?
McDonald's Canada shouldn't treat customers like this. He says he has no books or Pokemon cards left in stock. There's a whole rack of them. He gave me a donkey 2 times in a row. McDonald's, I want to press charges on McDonald's.
Wait. What is he pressing charges for? This is discrimination. You're discriminating against Redditors here by not giving me these Pokemon cards. What is the charge? I don't understand what he'd even go for.
No, I'm not being worse than a sick child. I want
Yes, you are.
Put it online. Put it online. I'm being targeted.
Oh, I will if you want.
Being targeted?
I wasn't going to, but
Please
I
put it
will.
online. I'll continue because Churro, Nova Scotia, Canada, McDonald's, and say they don't have a book or Pokemon cards in the building.
Brother. It's just some McDonald's Pokemon cards, man. He's so heated. And he's saying it all like so stern.
Cell phone.
Yeah, you can stand it. You can go online. You can.
I'm making a scene because you're being that. Yes, sir, you are.
This is the weirdest argument ever. Now he's speaking like he's speaking like he's talking to a child. You're being bad. They haven't done anything wrong. They don't have any Pokemon cards for him. Just go to another McDonald's, please.
Excuse you. Exactly. I'm dealing with this manager here. Maybe he can get.
This can't be real.
Honey, back up.
I'll press charges, dude.
Oh no, not the charges again.
Then do it, bro. I'm saying do it. You said you do it.
I'll never understand why people that look like this guy, who I know has never been in a physical confrontation in his life, feels so confident to challenge someone else to punch them. That's never going to end well. Like, that's just the worst bluff to make. Anyone can sniff out that you're not exactly a fighter. So why even try and, like, shake that hornet's nest? Just because they want to sue? Maybe, I guess. He does keep threatening lawsuits. Maybe that is, like, the overarching plan. But still, it doesn't seem worth it. Try to get hit so he has evidence, the classic. I guess, yeah. I feel like there has to be extenuating circumstances, right? Like, I'm not an attorney, but let's say I was representing this guy, assuming he gets in there and feeds him a knuckle sandwich. I feel like I could make an argument like he literally asked me to do it. I was fulfilling a request. He told me. He said he wanted me to. What am I supposed to do? To decline? I'm a nice guy. It's better to give than to receive. So I gave him the gift of a knuckle sandwich. He asked for it. There has to be a way, right? Like, you are literally telling him to. Yeah, he's a consenting adult.
Yeah, right. Meet you outside, bitch. All right, let's go. I'll meet you. Let's play.
No.
Look at you. How big are your ankles? Size small? I'm like a...
What?
I'd bite your nose off, bitch.
This can't be real. This cannot be real.
Do it. Do it. On camera.
Okay. This can't. Well, no, wait. That was certainly a punch. And I don't think that they're talented enough actors to sell something like that. That made full contact. How can someone end up like this? Over Pokemon cards? And then he's insulting the guy's ankles? How does this happen? What went wrong? This is very anti-Canadian. I'm sorry Canadians out here have to see that this happened on your soil. I'm so sorry. What are your ankles, a size small? It's such an interesting insult. It's not even fighting words. I'd just be confused. Nobody insults my ankles but me. Put 'em up, Buster. I've come so far. I've got to see who wins this. God, it's like they're throwing punches in a dream. It's turned into aggressive hugging.
We can.
You had enough yet? Huh? Say uncle. I got the squeeze on you now. I'm gonna beat my Pokemon cards out of you like it's a Mario coin block. The fight. Oh no! He threw the hat. Come on, have some respect. This is so fucking weird. This is so weird. Like, even the fight is confusing to me. Not that I'd necessarily be good in a fight either, but I'd like to think if I got into a scuffle, it wouldn't look like this. I'd be mad about the Pokemon cards, and I'm even more mad that I'd fight like this. Like, the whole thing would just make me so upset. Some wrestling. Yeah, some good old-fashioned wrestling.
Go with me or you're done. You hit me, and I will fucking hurt you. I'm ready to bite you.
Oh, not happy Pikachu during all of this. Come on, guys.
Camera, you hit me.
Oh no, not a round two, please.
Look at that.
Please. Not again. It's enough.
Now I can fight. Come on.
Team Rocket wins again, please. No.
You hit me.
At least turn the camera, please.
Come on. No, call the clock.
Oh, he's got the chair. He's got the steel chair.
You want to go? Hello?
Oh god, now he's got the chair too, fuck!
You got one, I got one. You attacked me! You punched me!
Can we go out the back door?
Super unrelated, but he keeps saying that, and every time he does, it reminds me of that iconic scene from Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves, where he's talking to the two girls that tied him to the chair, and he keeps going, I didn't fuck you, you fucked me! You fucked me! You came into my house and you sucked my dick! You fucked me! It has that same energy.
Give me back my fucking bag.
I just wanted food, that's all.
You wanted food and you got so much more. I'd be pumping my fist like, thank you. I don't know why she's upset. I mean, that was a great show. And now you get his Pokemon cards. Do you think he actually bit him? Yes. Oh yeah, I do, for sure. Bro, they didn't use any rage arts. Yeah. They didn't use any meter, unfortunately, no supers either. Bro's fighting over